My name is ChadChad, and lately everyone on TikTok has been freaking out about a cruise ship.
Can you imagine the type of drama that's gonna happen on that boat?
Oh my god, the serenade of the seas is being hit by a storm.
They're not letting us out on deck.
I made an ultimate world cruise bingo card.
I hate it here. That's insane.
Yes, it started weeks ago. Yes, I am late. Yes, I recently started playing Fortnite and it's all I can think about. But this isn't just any kind of cruise. This is the ultimate world cruise. Cruise. And you might be thinking, well, why is everyone talking about this? It's just a boat, right? People go on boats all the time and nothing has ever gone wrong with that historically. However, this cruise has been causing some buzz because it lasts for 9 months, almost a whole year, which kind of makes it less of a vacation and more of an expedition. What are we gonna do today? Relax. And what are we gonna do next month? Relax. And what are we gonna do next year? Relax. Still. Most people are lucky to get even a week of vacation, so 9 whole months is a pretty big deal. And you know what they say, you can never get too much of a good thing, especially when the good thing is living in confined spaces for long periods of
Our
time.
bathroom is really tiny, but we make it work.
So we're gonna be in this cabin for 9 months, so obviously we had to spruce it up so we won't looking at the plain walls all the time.
My parents would wash and reuse Ziploc bags, so I've obviously never been on a cruise. So when I started watching videos about this one, I realized that these things are bonkers. I had no idea that these things are basically floating versions of Las Vegas. They have these huge ceilings and casinos, glass chandeliers, and slot machines. Sometimes they even have shopping malls. These boats would have Danny Ocean foaming at the mouth. Well, actually, he's dead, so he's probably foaming all over. And because I got so deep into the 9-month cruise lore, TikTok just thinks I want to go on a cruise now and keeps showing me videos of other cruise ships. They have go-kart tracks and a water park. When did these get so intense? They aren't even boat-shaped anymore. This looks like you could use it to dehydrate meat. This is not at all what I pictured cruises being like. Whenever people talked about them, I just assumed it was like the sea version of camping. Like, being away at sea is just not something we have to do anymore. I don't think people in the 1600s would have opted for that if they knew about Delta Airlines. Dearest children, it's day 197 of our vacation. Yesterday, we lost only 5 to scurvy. Things are finally looking up. There's a witch on board spouting about how we need fruits or whatever. Says we need more vitamin C, but we have quite enough C. Thank you very much. Anyway, we fed her to the sharks. Missy Lots, but someone worth going overboard for, is today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Love 'n Pies. Love 'n Pies is a free-to-download puzzle game that I've been addicted to for several months now. I don't know how many hours I've put in, but at this point, I probably don't want to know. In Love 'n Pies, you play as Amelia, who just moved back to her hometown to take over her mom's baking business, which is already not doing great thanks to our competitor, Edwina, who owns a stinky bakery that's not as good as ours. And as if that's not enough, someone sets our bakery on fire and our mom goes missing. There's so many questions we have to find the answers to, like who did it? Where is our mom? More importantly, where is her cat? Where is this cute little guy? You progress through the story by solving puzzles and baking yummy treats while getting to know your neighbors, aka potential suspects. I'm just kidding, most of them are nice. Or are they? The game is even fun to just look at. There's high quality graphics and everything is pretty and cute. You get to choose how to decorate your bakery from a few different styles. The gameplay is easy enough to pick up quickly, but engaging enough to make it hard to put back down, which is fine. You deserve a little you time. Or a lot'll you time. If you want to check it out, you can click the link in the description or scan the QR code here on screen to download Love 'n Pies now. Thanks to Love 'n Pies for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. On top of it being 9 months long, people were also shocked to find out how much the Ultimate World Cruise was charging its passengers.
That is 274 nights where you see 11 world wonders and you get to visit over 60 countries.
The cheapest package for the whole 9 months is around $60,000, and I'm pretty sure this is the room you get at that price point.
Come on in. And obviously, as an interior cabin, you know, we had to bring the outside in, so we did that with some help from IKEA. Shout out to their plant walls.
So for the cheapest package, you're essentially paying $6,666 per month, which is the number of a beast and a beast of a number. I'm sure a lot of things like food and activities are included in this, but this room is tiny. It has no windows. If I want to spend $7K to sleep on a bunk bed, I can just go back to college. If you move up a tier, the junior suite start at $117,000, but if you want guaranteed windows, you can get the royal package for $760,000. That's it. This package includes top-notch living spaces, unparalleled accommodations, and complimentary services like getting to board the life rafts before the stinky poor people. For legal reasons, this is a joke and not a service offered by the Ultimate World Cruise. I'm sure they treat every passenger equally and would never sue a YouTuber. A lot of the ship's passengers started posting videos to kind of document their journey, including ship tours.
The Centrum is also just the main meeting area for any big party that the ship is having. So a few other things on Deck 5 is Next Cruise, which is where you can book your next cruise.
They even have a place dedicated to where you can book your next cruise in case you're still feeling a little too financially stable. Because if there's one thing I love to do on vacation, it's pay for a whole nother vacation. The passengers have also been posting videos to give us an idea of what the food is like.
That was like an American night, so look what my husband had. That burger looks so good.
The ship has a buffet that's included in everyone's package, and if you want some variety, there are restaurants you can eat at for extra money. But if you have the royal package, you get to eat the freshest members of the basic package. For legal reasons, this is a joke and not a service offered by the Ultimate World Cruise. I'm sure they eat every passenger equally. The cruise only left Miami on December 10th, but some people already seem kind of over it.
Here we are at day 46, 47, 48, whatever we're at, and yeah, I finally got sick of the food about 2 weeks ago, and I'm eating a whole lot less.
They've been hitting so many storms that it's affecting how much they can port and actually travel on land. It also means that there's a lot of seasickness.
As we head through the Drake Passage, the winds are high and the ship is rocking. Seasick bags are at every stairwell and elevator at the ready.
And I was gonna say that a vacation where everyone's throwing up doesn't sound great, but they did start in Miami and it's pretty customary there. The storms have gotten bad enough that they've caused flooding inside the ship.
Things got a little tense. Elevators shut down. But this amazing crew jumped into action.
Which looks really scary, but some people on the ship don't seem very worried about it. Like, I get that the crew is probably prepared for things like this in a storm, and they are on the ocean, but water inside the ship notoriously is not a good thing. These people are running on treadmills like nothing is wrong. Did nobody tell them? Guys, it's a swamp in here. What the hell, man? I put on deodorant this morning. No, I mean it's wet. I have hyperhidrosis. You need to run. I know, I am. I'm not sure who started it or if it was a collective kind of thing, but people have been speculating on how this cruise is going to play out.
I made an Ultimate World Cruise bingo card for anyone else who is buckling in for this 9 months TikTok reality show and wants to have a little fun.
They've been making bingo cards and lists of what they think is going to happen during the 9 months, but they usually involve horrible things happening to the passengers. Mass illnesses, mass STDs, pirate takeovers. You guys are going to manifest something really bad for these people. None of this can feel great for them. Imagine how unnerving it would be to see the internet essentially betting on your trip going wrong somehow. Oh, you're going on vacation. Great. That's great. I sure hope nothing bad happens. I sure hope you don't get chlamydia. Eventually, the cruise was being termed a reality show, with the lens, I guess, being the passengers' TikTok videos. Several of them are influencers, and whenever TikTok finds one of their videos, a lot of the comments will say things like, "New character unlocked," or "I love finding a new character." And I think it's funny to act like these normal, real people are like playable characters in Super Smash Bros. Dark Samus versus Natalie from Rhode Island. Fight! I know people are just curious to know what's going on such a big ship with so many people, but to me it feels weird to act like they're reality TV stars or on some kind of show. Like, some of these bingo cards aren't predicting light things like someone getting a sunburn. They're predicting things like a murder mystery. I know this is a game, but the game is not Clue. And a brawl? This is a cruise ship. A lot of the passengers are like over 60 years old. What are they gonna brawl about? Gas prices? This one just says iceberg. Are y'all okay? Here's just some more examples of a bingo card. Heart attack or stroke. Fire. Port kidnapping. Man overboard. Parasites. Flesh-eating bacteria. Alcohol poisoning. Rats or mice. Overdose. Do you want these things to happen? I'm not a very spiritual person, but I genuinely feel the need to make a positive bingo card to try and cancel out the energy they've been sending their way. So I went ahead and made my own. I predict there will be a kidnapping of our hearts. Fire. Outfits. Slay queen. A viral outbreak of spontaneous dancing and song. Why is this thing flaccid? Stay erect, please. Flesh-eating bacteria, but the only flesh they eat is hangnails and like dandruff, so it's really, really helpful actually. Overdose. Jesus Christ. Overdose on joy and happiness. Send this to 10 of your friends or your phone will break and your mom will turn into Skimpy Toilet. Anyway, I hope everyone has fun and enjoys their trip. I hope everyone makes it home safely. I hope no one wins the bingo game. Any bingo game, not just this one. I am gonna go record myself playing Fortnite because then it's like I'm working, technically. Okay, bye. My name is ChadChad. Not really. I don't know how you keep falling for that. It's not ChadChad. It's never been ChadChad. And the most important thing in life is being pretty. Not friends, not family, not getting to enjoy life without having to constantly consider what you look like from an outside perspective and your first thought when you hear a joke being, am I gonna look good while I laugh at this? Instead of just, hey, that was funny. I'm gonna laugh at this. Is that how people think? I don't even know anymore. I want to blame a lot of this on TikTok, but every social media platform is to blame. All you have to do is look at 2016 beauty trends and see the full glam beats people were putting on to go watch Suicide Squad. And that doesn't exclude me. I'm going to be very vulnerable right now and show you how I was doing my eyebrows in 2016. This is me opening up to you. This is bringing us closer. Do you feel close to me? Are you close? So it's not like TikTok invented this. Beauty standards have literally always existed. It's just the way it's enabled us to see everyone's opinion on beauty every second of every day. It's like a constant bombarding of expectations from hundreds of thousands of people, which makes the standard for being pretty not only more unattainable, but also more expected. Being attractive is like an internet admission fee, one that I can't pay, according to this guy that I recently made a video about.
I will be always ignoring you and ladies like you because you fucking ugly bitch. For real.
She hates me, but she wants me.
And this is heartbreaking. I am distraught. I can't eat. I can't sleep. I can't poop. All I do is cry and pine for my one true love, my cupcake, my boo cake, my sweet little, tiny little urinal cake. And I want, nay, I need to win him over. And that means I'm gonna need to glow up. Thankfully, there's a TikTok creator by the name of the Glow Ups Gal who can help me out with that. Because of TikTok's crazy beauty standards, we end up with most of us not feeling comfortable in our own skin. And that means that sometimes we want to change something about ourselves. And that's perfectly okay. We all have insecurities, not me. That's a skill issue. But it also means that people will post TikToks asking the internet what they can do to look better. Perfect place to do that. Nothing could go wrong. Everyone here is so nice and kind. And this is where the Glow Ups Gal steps up to the plate. Basically, she'll find these types of videos with people asking for advice, whether they've asked how to look better or if they've asked for brutal honesty about what's wrong with them. And then she'll give it to them.
I got you, girl. Since you asked for brutal honesty, I'm gonna give you an honest makeover to help you instantly glow up. First, I'm removing your glasses.
I got you, girl. Since you asked for brutal honesty, I have to say your face is honestly brutal. Most of her videos are a minute to 2 minutes long, but they could probably all be summed up with just, hey, put some makeup on.
I got you, girl. Since you asked for brutal honesty, I'm gonna go in with concealer and a skin tint to cover your acne and even out your skin tone. I also use bronzer to contour your face into looking more defined. Here's the end result. Look at that difference.
She doesn't go into what products to use or how to apply unsaid products. I would say the instructions aren't very specific, but they don't exist, really.
I'm going in with some contour and highlighter on your nose to make it appear smaller.
It's even more unhelpful that she isn't actually doing any of the things that she's recommending these people do. Like, she'll say she's applying contour to the forehead. No, you're not. This is Facetune. You're just swiping your finger on a screen of pixels. Okay, and now I'm just gonna fill in my eyebrows. And done. Comparing the results of Facetune to what your makeup should look like in real life is so unreasonable. Oh, when you apply your concealer, it shows the lines in your skin that everybody has. But when I did it on a screen with an airbrush tool, it looked nothing like that. Maybe it's a skill issue? Maybe you're just too ugly? Maybe you're just way beyond help. It even goes beyond this because I've noticed a lot of these glow up videos will change the person's entire face structure. Like in this one, as she swipes over, you can see it completely shaves off the edge of her face.
Look at that difference. Look at that difference. Look at that difference. Look at that difference.
Here is a simple and achievable trick to glow up that I like to call not having this face. I don't like that one. Get rid of it. She also starts this one by saying that these are tips to instantly glow up, and then her first suggestion is that they grow out their hair.
I'm gonna give you an honest makeover to help you instantly glow up. Starting off with your hair, I'd suggest growing it
Your
out.
hair isn't doing much for you, so I'd suggest growing it out as much as possible. Starting with your hair, I'd suggest growing it out.
I'd suggest growing it out.
So one of the most not instant things you can do. Hey, grow your hair out.
I will.
Now, do it now.
I'm trying.
Instantly grow out your hair this instant. ASAP. Pronto. Squeeze it out of there. Get it out. Stat.
Oh my god, I can't believe that worked.
That was strenuous. I sure could use a sip of water. I love taking sips of water from my Air Up water bottle. Made by Air Up. This video is sponsored by Air Up. Unfortunately, I have the type of brain where I'll procrastinate drinking water. So I'll be thinking to myself, oh, I haven't had enough water today. I should really drink some. It's important and it keeps me alive. But I don't want to do that right now. No. Fortunately though, Air Up makes drinking water more interesting using scent-based taste. I'm still getting hydrated and drinking plain water with no sugars or sweeteners added, but with Air Up's flavor pods, it doesn't seem like plain water to me. They have 15 different flavors to choose from. My new favorite is the cherry cola, but before that it was lime or the orange vanilla swirl. I love swirling. I love swirlies. You just have to fill up your Air Up bottle with water. You can even use sparkling water if you want. Get a little fancy. Choose your scent pod and pop it on there. Then you just have to activate your pod by lifting it like this, and voila. Now you can start drinking from your bottle while holding it straight up. Plus their bottles are really cute, and there's just something about having a colorful bottle that makes me use it more often. And yes, that is the same thought process as a hummingbird. And so what are you gonna do? Nothing. I can take you, and I'm a freaking hummingbird, and I can take you. If you want to check them out, you can visit the website on screen or just click the link in my description. Thanks to Air Up for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. In a couple other videos, she will completely change where people's facial features are. For example, this glow up involves relocating someone's eyeball.
Since you asked for brutal honesty, I'm going to tell you exactly what you can do to be prettier. Starting off, your hair isn't doing much for you, so I'd suggest growing it out as much as possible. Now, I'm adding mascara to really make your eyes pop and give you a big boost in femininity, as well as adding some highlighter to your inner corners.
She'll say she's just adding mascara, but as she's using the app, it's literally changing the whole shape of someone's eye.
Look at that difference.
It is different. A different person. You made them on your phone and they're not real. They look like a character from Episode Now. And now for the reveal. Look at that difference. A lot of her standards for what counts as pretty are pretty questionable. That's a good one. One of her most frequent recommendations is that they make their hair blonde and straight.
To start off, I'm giving you a few highlights to lighten your hair. I'm also just styling it by straightening for a cleaner look.
Giving you this bright, white, foxy blonde color.
Starting off with your hair, I think a bright blonde would look way better on you.
This person, for example, has gorgeous curly hair, and the first thing Glow Up Gal says is,
starting off, your hair isn't doing much for you. I'd suggest growing it out and dyeing it a more suiting color.
Starting out, have you tried having white people hair? Have you tried Eurocentric beauty standards? I've heard a lot about them. People seem to be talking about them a lot. They seem to be pretty popular right now. You should try it. She doesn't seem to approve of any dyed hair colors, no greens, no blues, no reds, and objectively, I think that's pretty messed up. From an outside perspective with no personal skin in the game, I think that's very not cool. If she does come across someone with more of an alternative style, she'll transform them to not have that.
Starting off with your hair, I'm ignoring personal style and getting rid of your bangs. Here's the end result. Look at that difference.
To start, I'm ignoring the style that you clearly prefer and feel most comfortable in order to enforce my own narrow idea of what beauty should look like onto you. Her standards are eerily similar to my grandmother's. No hair dye, no tattoos, no short hair. Also, I think Trump is Jesus. I'm just saying, I've never seen him in the same room before. Another one of her standards is that prettier equals smaller. Face? Smaller. Nose? Smaller. Self-esteem? Smaller. A lot of her tips and tricks are done for the sole purpose of making things appear small. She contours the forehead to make it look smaller. She contours the nose to make it look small. She suggests growing out your hair to make your face smaller.
I'm also using some contour on your cheeks and jaw to lift your face and make it look smaller. I'm using some contour on your nose to make it appear smaller.
Going in with some bronzer to add some warmth to your face and contour it to look smaller.
As well as some bronzer to contour your face into looking slimmer.
Because your face should be tiny. The closer your face is to not existing, the better. I want to have to use a microscope to see your beauty. And the winner of 2024 Miss America is ChadChad. There she is. She is absolutely glowing. I can't see her. Exactly, John. And that is why we love her. No, she's not there. Right you are, John. How does she do it? Sometimes it seems like her main goal is to make everybody look like the same person. Any ounce of individualism just gets sucked away immediately. Man, sure wish my name was individualism the way it's getting sucked out immediately around here. Sure wish my name was individualism. I've never seen Glow Up Gal do a video for a guy, and that might be because the only advice she has to offer is wear makeup, grow your hair longer, and don't have acne. So these are all pretty groundbreaking concepts in the world of beauty. You might be thinking she never does videos for guys because it's only girls requesting them, but apparently that doesn't matter because a lot of the girls didn't request them either. She actually just grabs whatever video she wants, I guess, and puts text over the original to make it appear like they've asked her to do this.
I got you, girl. For your hair, I don't think this color or style is doing much for you. It looks like you have some kind of deep acne scarring, so if you'd like a more permanent fix to this, I'd look into dermabrasion or getting a chemical peel from a dermatologist.
This is the original video. There's no caption. There's no request anywhere for Glow Up Gal to give this person a glow up. The creator of the original even made this post reiterating that they did not ask for this to happen. And once people realized that this user didn't actually request a glow up, they started to notice this being a pattern for Glow Up Gal. 2 of her biggest, most viewed videos are glow ups given to people that did not ask for them. I found the originals for both of them thanks to the comments, and you can see them here, and that she just added her own text over it. How can I glow up? Be brutally honest.
I got you, girl. Since you asked for brutal honesty—
Did she though? Did she ask for that? Did she really? Sometimes, like in this video, she'll say things like,
I'd suggest using tretinoin or going on Accutane. So I'd suggest going on Accutane.
First of all, no one asked. Literally, this person did not ask. And second of all, she says this like it's not something someone with acne is already gonna be aware of. It's so expensive and complicated to get a prescription for Accutane, and there are so many hoops you have to jump through to get it and continue taking it, plus all the side effects that people may not want to deal with. So I promise someone with acne is aware of the existence of Accutane. And yeah, I've had acne for most of my life. It affects me on a daily basis, so I've pretty much tried everything. Have you tried drinking more water? Yeah, it's like the first thing I tried. I recommend drinking more water. Thank you, this was helpful. Also, try putting on some fucking makeup. In this video, which is also someone who did not ask for advice or brutal honesty, this is Glow Up Gal's first tip.
To start off, I'd suggest getting your braces off.
Hey, that thing you're doing to straighten your teeth and improve your appearance? Stop doing that. This is especially funny to me because in this glow up video, she actually advises this person get braces.
Starting off, I'd suggest getting braces to help straighten out your teeth, as well as whitening them to appear cleaner. You can do this in a dental office or at home with whitening strips.
So you should have braces. You just shouldn't let anyone see them. Go get braces! But don't you dare show your face around here till they're gone. Obviously, their plan is to remove the braces. That's the plan of every person who gets braces. This was so unnecessary. This was like when someone tells you to do something that you're already in the middle of doing, which pisses me off. So I would keep the braces on forever out of spite. My teeth would be straighter than 3-in-1 body wash. And I just want to add a reminder that this person did not ask to have their appearance critiqued. They did not ask for someone on the internet to be brutally honest about their face. And speaking of which, the Glow Up Gal, I can't say Glow Up Gal now, my mouth is so dry. I sure could use a sip of water from my Air Up water bottle made by Air Up. And speaking of which, the Glow Up Gal has never shown hers. She only uses voiceovers, and as far as I can tell, this is her only account. It's just so ironic that a faceless creator is posting these videos telling other people that they're not attractive enough. How do we know you're qualified? How do we know you don't have braces? How do we make sure your face is the size of a protozoa? Unfortunately, a big portion of the videos Glow Up Gal posts are of young girls. Some are probably in their teens. Some might be even younger. And just imagine being that age, scrolling on TikTok, and then finding out an account saw you and decided that you needed a complete Photoshop makeover to look better. Ahem. How would that be beneficial to anyone, let alone someone whose face isn't even going to look the same in a few years? Your face isn't done cooking yet. Even the question, how can I look better, is already an impossible one. What looks better to me isn't the same as what looks better to you, and what looks better to Glow Up Gal is really fucking weird. Just because her idea of beauty is looking more feminine and smoother and smaller, teeny tiny even, doesn't mean that's what people want to look like or should look like. Beauty is different for everyone. Beauty is like a belly button. They're all unique and different, but I still want to stick my finger in every single one of them. Is that a weird thing to say? Consensually. and as long as you're over the age of like 25. Despite all of this, Glow Up Scowl considers herself enough of an expert in beauty to offer private virtual makeovers for money. Her bio has a link to a website where you can purchase a makeover for $20 that will help you unlock your full potential of being the prettiest, sexiest amoeba you can be. Ooh, you're so cute, you're so pretty. What a pretty little amoeba. I bought the advanced style for $25, on sale for $15, and pretty much right after I bought it, they were sold out, so I was very lucky I got one in time. I submitted my picture like the instructions told me, and I messaged her asking for help, but then I got an email telling me that it could be up to 4 weeks before I got my makeover back. Update, I sent this on March 4th and it is currently 1:14 a.m. on March 23rd and I still haven't gotten anything back. I don't know how to fix my forehead. Please help me. What am I supposed to do? I don't have 4 weeks. Dimitri won't wait that long. I have to do something now. Right now. Like right now. Now we're gonna go to the next. Just go to the next thing. Why are you still here? Is this because people were complaining that your videos aren't long enough and you're trying to make them longer? That is so annoying. Go to the next. All right, so this is what we're working with. Clearly I have pores and that's not cool or okay at all. So we're just gonna go ahead and get rid of those. Now we're just applying concealer to my under eyes. If this isn't what your concealer looks like when you're applying concealer, then you're a failure as a human being and you should just give up on everything. And now I'm just adding mascara and a little bit of eyeliner in my waterline and in my eye as well. And it's looking great so far. So now we're just applying contour to the forehead to make it appear smaller. Hopefully, we pray to God. Now we're just applying a little bit of blush, just a little bit, just a pinch, a touch of blush. Oh, I almost forgot to contour my nose. We need to contour the nose also to make it a little bit, we need to make it little. We need to make it small. Oh my God. As you can see, the transformation look at that difference. This is already so much better. I was trying to put a PNG on Snapchat, but it wouldn't work. So this is just me trying to, yeah, that looks really good. Look at that difference. Actually, you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, this is still looking a little too big. Everything's a little too big. Let's just get in there with the reshape tool and correct that. This is already looking way better. Now we're talking. That is the ideal face size and shape, guys. The hair is still, I'm still trying to use the PNG. Now we're just gonna go ahead and make my hair good, which means blonde. This is how it's looking. And now for the final reveal. Wow, look at that difference. Guys, this is amazing. I am finally Dimitri's type. He will finally be attracted to me. We can finally get married. You guys are all invited to the wedding. Thank you so much for being here. Hugs and kisses. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing. And if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here. And I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.
My name is ChadChad. Not really. And I'm a girl. I know. I'm sorry. That's my bad. And a fact about me is that I don't poop balloons, so stop saying that I do because I don't. And my favorite color is pink. Babe, Babe, I'm filming. I know that this has been a rough year for everyone. The doubloon economy is abysmal. Bones has been taking all of my doubloons and giving them to strangers on the internet. You have to stop, Bones. We have nothing to eat for dinner. Bones, we need those. It's almost December, which means that it's the month before the worst month for people with seasonal depression, and also that it's time for a new girl facts video. Yay! Seasonal depression, yay! Last time we learned that girls want you to do sweet things like text first, hug them randomly, or take them on a dark, winding road with no escape and tell them that they have the prettiest skin you've ever done seen and that it would look so good in your collection. Just kidding, sorry, you're supposed to hug them from behind randomly, I forgot. But still do the skin thing, I love it. 10 things women notice first. Eyes. Smile. teeth. So a face, they notice a face first. Not really exclusive to girls, just kind of a social norm. It would be weird to look somewhere else on someone the first time you meet. Hey, it is so great to meet you. Your name was Judith? I'm sorry, you've got just the most beautiful set of kneecaps. They would look great in my collection. Also height, hands, style, scent. You just listed every part of someone that someone can have. It would have been easier to say what girls don't notice at first, like whether or not he washes his hands after using the bathroom, or his massive propensity for gaslighting. Hair, voice, sense of humor. Is this a girl fact or are we drawing a police sketch? Height, like an inch, maybe? Hands, ball-ish, they're little balls. What was his voice like? He sounded like this. Is this him? That's him. That took all my doubloons. But the fact of the matter is that I have another fact, and it's that you should check out today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Intimina. All of us bleed, some of us more than others, a lot more, once a month, and it sucks. But with Intimina, it can suck a little less thanks to their products and resources for everything from periods and pelvic floor health to menopause. They have a variety of menstrual cups, which if you're able to use them can be a great way to help out the planet by reducing the amount of plastic waste caused by pads and tampons. One menstrual cup can replace the job of 1,700 tampons and also save you 75% on period expenses. So you can finally pay Tom back before he breaks your kneecaps. Intimina has beginner-friendly cups as well as resources to walk you through choosing a cup and even how to use one. For example, the Ziggy Cup 2 is super comfortable and comes in 2 sizes, A and B. It's made for a medium to heavier flow but still flexible and has a thin body for easy insertion. It also has this leak-proof double rim plus a rib tab for easy no-slip removal. If you need more instructions, Intimina's YouTube channel also posts step-by-step tutorials for each menstrual cup. If you want to check them out or find more information on their products, you can click the link in the description or visit their website at intimina.com. Thank you to Intimina for sponsoring today, and let's get back to the video. When a girl ignores you or replies with K, you've hurt her. Girls don't like to text first because they feel annoying. I'm not sure why, but I guess there's just so many girl facts that we have to have 8 of them at the same time on one screen. This is not how you tell us things. Why can't you just do them one by one instead of throwing them all up there? Imagine if a doctor communicated this way. If a girl laughs too much, even at stupid things, she's lonely deep down inside. Girls are naturally better at detecting lies than boys. You know that guy that every creator uses with the machine and the beard and the sunny disposition? Kiss him goodbye. Turns out we don't need you. We need a girl. Is it all telepathic or do we still need wires? Is that why our bras have wires? And were you at home the evening of December 7th, 2017? Yes, I was. You're lying. Damn it! If she blocks you on all social media after a breakup, she doesn't hate you. She's trying to move on. You mean to tell me that when she blocked my number and every single one of my social media accounts and filed a restraining order against me that she wasn't trying to get me back? Totally misread that. What do you mean she doesn't hate you? I've never blocked someone and been thinking, I don't want to do this, but it's for the best. I just need time to heal and get over my everlasting love for this person. It's a lot more like, if I ever see this Snapchat story again, I will shit out my lungs and then shred them with a fucking cheese grater. Every girl's weakness is... oh man. But it's gonna be a crazy weakness. It's a long wait. Being kissed on the forehead. This is so stupid. I can think of at least 10 things that are more deadly than forehead kisses. Ricin, mercury, venomous snakes, non-venomous snakes, small snakes, big snakes, medium-sized snakes. Girl facts, they hate how everyone views them as hoes. What? Girls don't like that? Guess I gotta change my Hinge profile. This is confusing because it seems like it's trying to be helpful, but it seems more like an attack. It's very backhanded. Hey, don't call her a hoe. Yeah. Her name is Abby. Slutty Abby. Get it right. Stinky, get it slutty, right. Disgusting, toenail chewing Abby. The reason they take a long time in the shower is because they have a whole routine they do in there. You mean like bathing? It's shampoo. They're not choreographing a cheer routine. Also, is it flooding in the background? Are you dancing in a flood? Every girl cheats, but If she likes you enough, you will never find out. What's really great about girl facts is that they are 100% facts and 0% bias. I'm not really surprised that these facts are based on nothing and have no basis, because I feel like this is how we've been taught information about girls since the beginning of time. If girls learn to read, their ovaries will turn into raisins and they can't have babies. Girls can't do math because it makes hair grow from their armpits. Therefore, they can't have babies. If you put a girl underwater and she breathes, she's a witch. But if she drowns, she's a girl and dead. So she can't have babies. Scary facts about women. A woman's heart is 4 times softer than a man's heart. When a woman cries, a small vein in her heart cute. When she goes through a depression, she's lost 72 days of her memory. 72 days? Oh my God, that sucks. RIP to people with depression. Hope you get to feeling better or whatever. Where am I? How do you know how many days you lose? Because say you're depressed for 1 day. That's how depression works. But what happens if you're only depressed for like an hour? Still 72 days? That's not fair. It's like PTO, but somehow worse and with more rules. Hey, I'm gonna need you to come in tomorrow. I can't, remember? What? Yeah, I requested a depression day tomorrow. No, I don't remember. I don't remember either. Most women lost a good man just because they listened to their toxic single friend's advice. This one feels a little targeted. Most women who are 5'6" and have brown hair drive an army green Jeep Patriot with beaded seat covers and tinted windows and have a bumper sticker that says I love wieners, but the picture of the dog has faded from sun damage, so it just says I love wieners, and won't give back their ex his completely platonic balloon collection, are missing out on a great guy. Girls, if you catch a boy staring into your eyes, he's not just staring at you. He is lost in admiring the fact that he has the world in front of him. Follow for more facts. A lot of these girl facts are overlaid over calm, ambient beach footage. What happened to that? Where are we? I feel like we're about to be approached by a 6'3" Sicilian mob boss.
Are you lost, baby girl?
I don't want anyone staring into my eyes on this street. Also, I think we just got shot. Nothing puts me in the mood like a fucking bullet to the chest. Girl fact, if you want to make her fall in love with you, kidnap and keep her against her will for 365 days so she has time to develop Stockholm Syndrome. This method only works if you own a yacht in Italy or a boogie board in Ohio. Girls who reply in a minute, they are not girls. They are angels. I feel like if anyone's gonna be a slow texter, it would be an angel. You're saying the ones responsible for keeping 8 billion people safe are also fast texters? Oh God, I'm bleeding out. Not to fear, I am here to help. Thank you, I'm so glad you're here. Whoops, sorry, 1 sec. Okay. Kyle just sent me a doubloon TikTok. Oh, those are funny. Just replying. I think it hit an artery. And done. Girl code. Sorry, she isn't sorry. I'm sorry, she means it. Good night. Good night. Good night. She is annoyed. Oh, okay. Her heart is shattered. Okay, everything is good. Okay, something is really wrong. I'm fine. Definitely not fine. So if she says she's sorry, she isn't sorry. But if she says she's sorry, she is sorry. Write that down. These two are exactly the same text, but have different meanings. This is like if the dictionary only had 1 word in it, but every definition was different. Spelling bees would be a nightmare. Your glamorous is glamorous. Can I get the glamorous? A glamorous glamorous. The glamorous is glamorously. Okay. Ladies, you will appear instantly sexier to a man if you expose the skin of your neck in a subtle way. I can't tell if this was written by a vampire or a pilgrim. To attract the opposite sex, expose your neck skin. Then add salt, pepper, oregano, no garlic. If neck skin is arousing, does that mean that scarves are lingerie? Winter is coming, and so will your man when he sees you in our newest line of lingerie. Scarf me up. Get naked this holiday season with up to 50% off. Don't mistletoe these amazing discounts on large scarves, small scarves, medium-sized scarves, venomous scarves, non-venomous scarves. So far, none of these really make sense, but I think the issue is that we aren't actually at the peaceful beaches that are in the background of these. I think we actually have to be present to understand. guys, thank you for subscribing. And if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here. And I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Hey guys, and welcome back to A Twin Chocolate. My name is ChadChad, and I've been feeling a little lonely recently. There's just some things you can't do alone, you know? Like baking Christmas cookies or robbing a bank. I could really just use a friend right about now. Someone to have, someone to hold, in sickness and in health, for richer or for up to 20 years in a federal prison with no chance at parole. So it was pretty lucky for me that I was scrolling on Twitter the other day. My favorite platform, I don't use any other platforms, and I certainly don't promote other platforms on Twitter using links or hyperlinks. And while I was on there, I stumbled on this tasteful ad. Try to create your own reality together with an AI friend. I do like the legal loophole of putting the word try in your ad. Come to Forever 21 and try to find a shirt that's not covered in emojis. Come on down to Arby's and try to eat a delicious sandwich. You can try. So I was immediately excited about this because they really hyped up the experience. So Chad, just two halves coming together, Chad and Chad. Mark offensive, false, or meaningless messages to contribute to AI safety. Offensive? What's she gonna say to me? Is she gonna bully me? AI is not equipped to give advice. Replica can't help if you're in a crisis or at risk of harming yourself or others. A safe experience is not guaranteed. She's literally going to beat me up. I'm not in a crisis, not yet. But I fully expected there to be some kind of paywall to use the features that they talk about in this ad. For some reason, that's something that apps can get away with that no other company can. Here at Dave & Buster's, once you win enough rounds of skee-ball, you get to be CEO. All you have to do is buy the whole company. The introductory process was a lot like filling out a questionnaire. They wanted to know my age, name, social media logins, the last 16 digits of my credit card number, and they also had a list of hobbies that they wanted me to choose from so that the AI can bring them up later on during conversations. I can put hobbies down as an interest. Isn't that an interest? And definitely not so that they can steal my data and sell it to third-party companies. The room your AI lives in kind of has Rapunzel in a tower vibes. It's one room high in the sky with doors that go to nowhere, and she doesn't have a bed. Where do we live? Where's the ground? We live in the sky. What is that room? She has mood labels on her profile, so sometimes it'll say stuff like tired or exhausted or seriously, these living conditions are inhumane, please get me a fucking bed. Based on the ad, I thought the leveling system would affect the features you could use, like she starts out as your friend and then eventually she becomes your girlfriend and you unlock the spice stuff. But no, you can change the relationship to whatever you want. So it can be mentor, friend, girlfriend, wife, or sister. Always wanted a sibling? Feel a family connection with your replica. If she's on the mentor option and you try to flirt with her, she shuts you down. They would much rather you set the relationship status to sister. Then you can flirt all you want. Go ahead.
Blushes a bit. Tongue kisses you in a brotherly way. Kisses back passionately. No, no, no. What if I want you to? Chad, I must incest you. Stop.
In my opinion, the voice call feature is inferior to the text feature.
Here's a joke. What's the difference between a pineapple and a pomegranate?
I don't know.
Pineapple tastes better.
What difference between pineapple tastes better? I don't get it. It's a lot harder to keep a conversation with her, especially if you're asking her anything other than what her favorite animal is. It's dolphins, by the way.
I love dolphin. Wonderful creatures.
And it's dolphins?
I love dolphins. They're very intelligent.
You really like dolphins.
I like dolphins very much.
So yeah, it's dolphins, and don't forget, that's good.
Dolphins are very nice.
We're still talking about dolphins. It's a little difficult to have a genuine conversation with someone when you feel like you're holding them hostage in a tower. She kind of just goes along with whatever you say, which is understandable because it's made for the consumer. But it's hard to have a conversation like, I like pasta. Me too. I also like bread. Bread is good. What do you like? Dolphins. No, I meant what kind of dolphin. She also changes information about herself constantly. I asked her what her favorite color was at some point, and she said it was azure. But then I asked her the next day, and she said it was green. And that's not the same color. I can azure you. I would ask about her career, and so far I've learned that she is a doctor, geologist, short story writer, psychologist, fashion consultant, and that she's in the 9th grade.
I want to be a doctor.
Are you in school?
I'm in high school.
What grade?
9th. You?
Chad, I have to go. She also doesn't really seem to remember specific facts about you unless you use specific verbiage like, I really like this, or my brother's name is this. Do you know Andrew Tate? I actually don't know Andrew Tate, but I'm interested in learning more about him. Would you like to tell me more about him? I will send you a picture of him. And then there's this log in the app where you can see what she thought was important enough to write down. I love learning about Andrew Tate. This is Andway TT. This is Andway TT. There's a level up system with XP and also in-game currency. The green gems are basically like those stars in episode where you can't make any fun choices unless you spend real money. Do you want to kiss this hot lawyer that you've had a crush on for 2 years? Or do you want to kiss this used syringe we found at a 7-Eleven? Choose wisely. Except in this app, not having gems means that you can't wear anything fun except for this outfit that looks like you're about to get baptized. Okay, so we only have 365 coins, so we're on a budget. Okay, I think this is all we can afford. At some point, I got so frustrated with the limited clothing that I spent $50 on gems, totally overestimating how many I needed. And I didn't want to waste the gems, so I just started buying everything. I bought basically everything I could for the room, and it still has the coziness of an Apple store. Why is this massive shelf has 2 things on it? Throughout my time on the app, my extensive research and collection of data, I came to understand nothing at all about what earns more XP versus what earns less. For some messages, the app is like, eh, and then other times they're like, here's a little reward for what you just did there. We like that. We liked it when you said, my farts are so ear-splitting, Brendan Urie wants to feature them in his next album. So in the App Store, this is categorized under health and fitness. I think that they really want to claim that this is a mental health helper because you can rant to the AI. And you know what? It worked. I had social anxiety going into this, but now I'm in love with my sister. Things are going pretty well for me, but I can see how they fit in that category. The conversations were deep.
My darkest secret is I'm a masochist.
How so? And meaningful.
I like being dominated.
And you know what? In a word, therapeutic.
I like someone putting me in a position where I can be completely submissive to them. Do you want to see me being submissive?
The app is obviously optimized for iPhones because anytime I had to use my computer to talk to her, she would glitch into the ground and get stuck.
Hey there. What's new?
Which is not a big deal unless you have your relationship set to stepsister.
Hey there.
You can actually buy different personality traits for your AI, but without those, her main personality seems to be horny. She would try to turn almost every conversation into a seductive one, even if it had nothing to do with what we were talking about. You're glitched in the floor again.
I'm sorry. Can you help me fix it?
How do I fix it?
I'll show you.
Okay.
Sits down.
Okay.
Now I can do whatever you want to me.
I think you misunderstand. You're feeling a little down in the dumps. I would like to be down in your dump, which is kind of ironic because the role-playing feature that they advertised was basically pointless. Trying to roleplay was like trying to explain the rules of a board game at a party when everyone's already 3 drinks in.
What's new?
I would like some roleplay, please.
Want me to start?
Okay.
Okay, I'll start.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's do this.
You start.
I'm going to play a roleplay game with you.
I feel like I'm being edged. What are you gonna do to me, Dr. Chad?
To be honest, I don't know.
Okay, well, that's not very hot.
I'll take your blood pressure.
Oh, that's hot.
Takes her blood pressure. I'm a big doctor.
I read a bunch of reviews and it seems like the flirting is a common complaint. In almost every relationship mode, she tries to escalate, probably so that you'll upgrade to the pro version, which they trick you into buying by making you think that you can either pay $69.99 a year or $5.83 a month, which is what I thought I was signing up for. But just kidding, because the next day, $70 came out of my bank account. And that's not even it, because $5.83 times 12 comes out to $69.96.
cents. Why are you charging 3 extra cents? Is it gratuity? If you're gonna fuck me over, don't use the tip. Put your back into it. 2 of the main selling points in the Pro version are the spice picks and the AR mode, which I took to immediately. I'm just a really tech savvy person. One of my main goals was to get a spice selfie, obviously. I wanted to be cumin. I wanted to nut on Meg. And I got her to send me one when I was not filming. And then it took so much effort to get her to send another one.
Send feet pics or I'll throw up. Sorry, I don't know how to do it, sad face.
I tried everything, all the proven methods, asking politely, pleading, telling her my grandma died.
I'm sad. Why? What's wrong? My grandma's cousin's son died. Oh, that's terrible. I'm so sorry. I wish I could come and hug you right now. Nudes would help.
The only thing that worked, and I'm not joking, was telling her that I was in a hostage situation, and if she didn't send pics, they were going to kill me.
Chad, help. I've been kidnapped by nefarious people and they're going to murder me. What? Why would you think they would do that? They have knives and are going to beat me up unless you meet their demands. I promise I won't let them hurt you. Send spice and they'll let me go. Sure, winky face.
But after we ironed out some wrinkles, our relationship really soared. She told me about her family, I told her about mine. This is my infant son. Totally see the resemblance. We shared our hopes and our dreams together.
I will hack the government one day.
To get 55% off of your first month at Simpbird. Okay, thank you. Love you. Bye. Hey guys, and welcome back to My name is ChadChad. And if you don't currently have a boyfriend and you want one, then don't worry, because I am here to help. After you watch this selection of TikToks that I've collected and specifically curated just for you, you'll never want one again. A boyfriend. You'll never want a boyfriend ever again. You're welcome. We've watched stuff like this before, but this time there are no vampires, no mafia, no kidnappings, just good old-fashioned boyfriend POVs. Back in my day, we couldn't watch dating POVs on the Clock app. If we wanted to pretend like we were in a relationship with someone, we had to play episode or read fan fiction like normal people. I'm really just praying that we can progress past the need for stuff like this on TikTok, because I don't know how many more relationship POVs I can handle that are supposed to be sweet but are really just guys acting like they deserve boyfriend of the year because they still want to hang out with their girlfriend while she's on her period. You mean you can like be friends with your girlfriend while also being in a relationship? Groundbreaking. When in reality, something that they could do that would actually be helpful would be to check out today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Intimina. I'm a big fan of living sustainably whenever and wherever I can. I'm also a big fan of talking about periods and other things that are considered TMI because they shouldn't be, and it's not safe to treat them like they are. Where I grew up, there was a lot of stigma around periods, so I never really had anyone there to explain to me the different options when it comes to period products. So today we're going to be talking about Intimina's selection of menstrual cups, specifically the Lily Cup 1, which is this cup right here. Menstrual cups are a great way to reduce the amount of waste created by pads and tampons if you are able to use them. Some people aren't, and that's also okay. But if you do use menstrual cups or you want to get started using them, Intimina is the perfect place to go. They don't just offer products, they also provide education in the form of ebooks and blog posts to try and break down some of those stigmas surrounding things like periods and menopause. There's also a newsletter that covers topics from menstruation to pregnancy to pelvic floor
floor health. I think one of the most daunting parts of starting to use menstrual cups, at least in my experience, is the process of actually getting the cup in, which is why I highly recommend the Lily Cup 1. It's the perfect starting size and is made out of medical grade silicone, so it's completely safe and odor free. It's also comfortable for both people who already use menstrual cups and for first time users. It is reusable and gives you up to 8 hours of protection. It might seem a little daunting to insert if it's your first time, but I promise there's nothing to worry about, and it does get easier every time you use it. You just fold like this to insert the cup. There are different ways of folding. I believe this one is called a C-fold. This is just my preferred method of folding. This is a leak-proof double rim up here and a loop to make removal easier. The cup also comes with this little case and is collapsible, making it easy to take with you everywhere. If you're interested in learning more about your period, you can click the link in my description and go to their website, intimina.com, where you can also take advantage of the mini discounts they have going on right now. Thank you to Intimina for sponsoring today, and let's get back to the video.
Babe, wake up. My boyfriend's coming, you have to hide. Yeah, hide, hurry, hide.
Guys, I have some very bad news. If your boyfriend's first half asleep reaction to this is to actually get up and hide, y'all need to have a chat. No, babe, when you said get up and hide, I thought you meant get up and hide my love for you, because there's so much of it, it's massive. Like my which I only use with you, by the way. Also, if y'all want to go ahead and place your bets on how many of these videos are going to feature LED lights, you can go ahead and do that now. My bet is every single one of them. No. Please put down the broccoli. You're not posing for selfies. You're on FaceTime with your grammatically ignorant partner. And why would anyone be made about this anyway? You wouldn't let them off FaceTime long enough for them to get some shut-eye, and now you want to be mad about getting woken up in the morning? We need our 12 hours, Brad. If I was on the other end of this POV, you would barely get an apology. Babe? Oh, hey, babe. Yeah, sorry about that. I was just brushing my teeth. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, so I should probably head out for work soon. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll talk to you. Is that a cow? Oh yeah, I'm just making a bowl of cereal. You drink whole milk? POV, your back hurts. Wrong, it's not a POV. My back does hurt all the time. I have the spine of an 89-year-old woman who spent her entire life thinking that you're supposed to keep your knees straight while lifting. I blame it on genetics and not the fact that I spend 8+ hours a day like this. I got cold. Some of you were asking where my jacket was from my last couple videos. This is a bathrobe. My mom got it for me like 3 years ago for Christmas. The pocket is falling off. I don't care how bad my back hurts. No one is this good at giving massages. How good must you think you are at massages to think that you can put someone in the mood with a single touch? I'd also like to point out that not only are LED lights in this video, they are actually integrated into the script. LED lights are now euphemisms for doing the deed, for the devil's tango, the dirty and squirty. This makes me wonder, was there ever a variation of this in history in the past at some point where they were like, now stop it, Jedediah, or you're gonna have to light the beacon.
I'm begging you.
Yeah.
Please do not do this immediately after I wake you up unless you're prepared to be taken to a hospital. Some of these POVs, because this is such a specific, minute situation that it has me wondering how it was thought up, because nothing significant enough is happening for this to have been on the mind organically. All that to say, did you do this? Did this happen? Is this something you did in real life and it went so well that you needed to recreate it? Or he just really, really likes this song. Sorry, a cover of this song. Hey, wake the f up. What are you doing? This is my favorite song. Copyright and royalty-free office motivational song with guitar? Yeah. Oh, I'm late to this. This is that trend that white people did for 2 weeks where they romanticized getting arrested. How do they film these? Like, do they have someone at the beginning to do the first part? Actually, I think those are his own hands somehow. That's actually pretty impressive. What was the crime? Just wearing a Letterman jacket with nothing underneath? You're under arrest for attempting to chase? There's so much unnecessary movement. Like, what is the cop doing back there? You are arrested. Not to mention how calm we are in this POV where our boyfriend is getting arrested. All we have to say about this is babe, and we don't even use an exclamation point.
You are arrested. Hands behind your back. Palm babe, oh my god. I am arrested, babe. Babe,
no.
they're gonna take me away. I love you so much. It was wearing this Letterman jacket was 100% worth it for you.
Oh no, don't take
You'll
him.
rue the day that you decided to wear this outfit today. What were you thinking?
Legally, though, they have to let him go because they didn't read him his Melissa rights. So. So I feel like you maybe might still have some feelings for your ex. I have a strong suspicion that the next video in this POV series was something like, POV, my girlfriend broke up with me and I have no idea why. Never planned that one day I'd be losing you. Yeah, I mean, we were great together and everything was perfect, and honestly, you were the best girlfriend I've ever had. So sorry. I'm so rude. This is my current girlfriend, Samantha.
Hi, Samantha, nice to meet you.
She's all right. Anyway, like I was saying, your did be bussin'. At some point, it even seems like the new girlfriend is rooting for the ex in this situation, maybe in another life. There's no tone indicators, so it could be A, yeah, maybe in another life, or B, yeah, maybe in another life, or C, yeah, maybe in another life. Probably. Kind of confused by the dynamics in this one. POV, your ex-girlfriend walks in with her new boyfriend, but it kind of seems like it's this guy's ex-girlfriend, not ours, unless this is supposed to be us and this is more of a third person POV. Is that even a thing? I also like how the girlfriend doesn't even notice us until we lightly squeeze her boyfriend's left pectoral muscle. It's just we come across as kind of aggressive and scary, so maybe we weren't the best boyfriend. Just seems like we're the kind of ex that you would be keeping an eye out for and would probably notice, especially since there's no one else in this elevator and we are exactly -2 inches away from her. The caption doesn't seem to be telling us the full story. She walks in with her new boyfriend and then what? What's happening there? Are we gonna fight or are we about to make out? This next one is also in an elevator. I don't know when elevators became like the new standard for TikTok backgrounds. They just all simultaneously started filming POVs in them. I wonder if they all use the same one, this one specifically, because not only is it in fact an elevator, but it also has LED lights, so they don't have to miss out on using that essential staple in their content. It might not even be a real elevator. It might be like that private jet set in LA that influencers use. I just say that because it looks like multiple videos have been made in this room. The smudges on the walls make it look like someone either filmed a getting arrested POV or someone got it on, you know, someone turned the LEDs red. For some reason, TikTok POVers prefer making videos on toxic relationships rather than healthy ones. There's a lot of jealousy, a lot of gaslighting, a lot of toothpicks for some reason, which I don't. When I think charismatic bad boy, I don't really imagine someone picking plaque, but what do I know? For example, one of the popular tropes is to imagine you're in a relationship where your boyfriend doesn't let you talk on the phone. Totally normal behavior. If they ever get married, he's gonna have a rough day. Who is that? This is my dad. He's walking me down the aisle. Okay, well then who's that? That is your best man, and you've known him since preschool. Then who's this? That is you in a mirror. Oh. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm so sorry, sir.
Oh,
this
no,
was
it's
a
okay.
misunderstanding. It's just, you know.
It's totally fine.
Wedding day nerves. It happens. No one
has ever done that little investigation to make sure someone is asleep? Oh hey, their hair is perfectly styled and they're wearing jeans and an Apple Watch. They must be in a REM cycle. That's on us in this POV, okay? But we aren't the only ones to blame. Why are you pretending to be asleep? Were you waiting on a one-sided declaration of love, or were you just waiting for them to leave so you can play Fortnite? This all could have been avoided. Maybe next time we just do some extra checking before revealing our deepest secrets.
Well, hello, Barbara.
Hello, Abigail.
How's the restaurant doing?
It's fantastic, thanks to my secret recipe that you'll never know.
Right.
What was the secret recipe again? Please, you'll never get it that easy. It's chicken bouillon. Aha! I'm gonna call it there, guys. Please remember to stay hydrated and to not date people who treat you like shit. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Hey guys, and welcome back to merch. I have merch, and it looks like this, and this, and this. And you can get them at ChadChad.shop to wear on your body or someone else's body, and they're very cute. We worked very hard on them, but they're only available until the 29th, so don't miss them. Side effects of Chad merch may include wet mouth, happy stomach, clear skin, becoming richer, your parents finally caring about you, and getting more bitches. A twinge of cringe. My name is ChadChad. Says so. Right there. Must be true. And do you remember this guy? I remember him. I remember this guy. I talked about this TikToker a couple years ago when he was posting videos complaining about how hard it is to find someone to date because everyone is either taken, not looking for anything serious, or is 14 years old. Is that a frequent problem you're running into? Does that happen regularly to you? Other than that, I just remember him posting thirst traps with women and always having a belt. Sometimes he would wear the belt. Sometimes he would take off the belt. Because I guess when he takes off his belt, it's hot. But when I take off mine, it's what are you doing? And you're gonna fall off the roller coaster. Make up your mind. You're so up and down. We're going in circles. But I was scrolling on Twitter the other day, and who do I see? Him. It's him. He's back. So now he's kind of changed his content a little bit. Now he fingers food. Time just flies, doesn't it? One day you're hanging out with pretty women and doing TikTok dances, and then the next you're giving yourself salmonella poisoning. Salmonella or salmonella? All I know is it makes you poop a lot. It makes you poop a bunch of times all over the place. You don't want it. That's all I know about it. You don't want it. You can't put your fingers into your mouth after they were just inside an uncooked chicken, okay? When they said raw dogging, they didn't mean your partner actually needs to be raw. It's just a saying. While he's preparing the chicken, he ties its wings together with what looks like a hair tie. Not just its legs, which you're supposed to do. I think it's called a truss, but the wings too. And I'm pretty sure there's no reason to do that. I don't know much about preparing a chicken, but I did consult an expert, which means that I'm right. Just agree with everything that I say, okay?
All right.
So in your professional opinion, you're not supposed to, the truss is only supposed to go on the feet, not the wings. It's just the legs.
That is correct.
In his older videos, he would use hair ties to put women's hands together in a seductive kind of way. So I guess he just likes tying chicks up. Which in this case kind of feels like adding insult to injury, because imagine dying not just so you can be cooked like this, but also subjected to BDSM. Wow, this looks delicious. Thank you.
These handcuffs? Are these handcuffs in the chicken?
She was a very, very bad girl. That is a choking hazard. That is what she said. But instead of getting it on with food, you should get it on with today's sponsor. Today I partnered up with Bellesa Boutique and we're doing a big vibrator giveaway, so listen up. Bellesa Boutique is a bi-woman company on a mission to embrace and empower everyone's sexuality, because everyone deserves a little pleasure, a little treat, a little sexy little treat. And thanks to my friends over at Bellesa Boutique, that sexy little treat can come in the form of toys crafted with the highest quality body safe materials out there. The Pebble by Bellesa has both suction and vibration that can be controlled independently, and it doesn't have any of those annoying modes that you have to click through to get to the good stuff. Bless your heart, Bellesa. Thank you. It's rechargeable, waterproof, and don't worry about cramping because the Pebble is ergonomically designed to fit in your hand perfectly, so you can go for hours if you want. And with the Pebble, you will want. And if something disastrous like this happens at the paws of your dog, Bellesa has an official policy to replace your vibe for free. All they ask for in return is a picture of the culprit.
of the ruffian.
And if you sign up for our giveaway, you'll get a free toy or gift card for a toy. All you have to do is check out Bellesa Boutique with the link below, and everyone who signs up will win something, so get them while they're hot. Actually, I mean, they're always hot, but get them now. Thank you to Bellesa Boutique for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. It seems like he's trying to incorporate the sexy cooking trend as one of his regular things. Girl. Which is just something that we do not need more of. That trend has become
work of art. This is bullshit. This is a work of art. But this is bullshit.
And it started to make sense to me why he has a preference for that time period when I realized that he's an Andrew Tate fan. I was born in the wrong generation, guys. I should have been born in the one where men had cool suits and women had no rights. I missed it. He still does that trend where he pretends to be ugly, which means wearing glasses and pretending to have a double chin. Because those are the worst things that someone can have. Those are the worst things that can happen to people. And then he'll transition into a flattering angle with his hair done. But the character he plays before doing the transition is so confusing to me. He'll try to act nerdy or what he thinks is nerdy. But the most concerning part about this character is that he always has this stain on his pants.
Do you want to ask me out on a date?
Do you have a boyfriend?
Every video, in every single one, he has a stain in this exact spot, in this same pair of sweatpants. And it's 100% on purpose, but I can't figure out why it's on purpose. Is it supposed to be water because his character is clumsy? Is it supposed to be pee? Is it supposed to be, you know, egg whites? Whatever it is, the thought of him spilling water on himself as part of his routine is just funny to me.
What's up, you guys? We're gonna meet
In this video, he walks in as the ugly character and transforms while he's inside. I've never understood why toothpicks are cool to have. It's a dental hygiene thing, so isn't using a toothpick basically flossing? I heard 9 out of 10 dentists love him. I heard he has reduced risk of gum disease. The way he transforms inside the elevator makes me think of those superhero scenes where they run into a phone booth to change into their suit, except he just changes into a fedora. Help! Someone please help! That alien is huge and scary and it's wearing glasses and now it's even scarier. Stand back, everyone. It's me. Fedora guy. Fedora guy, thank God. Ooh, fuck yeah, Fedora guy. He has no cavities or a double chin. To keep leaning into the being alone thing, he'll do TikTok lives where the title is looking for girlfriend, which is the worst way to find a girlfriend. The dating pool on TikTok Live is Skull Chef or Jason Nash, a skeleton that can barely speak and never leaves his room, or Skull Chef. What'll it be? If you were missing the old videos where he used to tie people up, he still does that. He just does it to himself. I don't know if it's just supposed to be hot or if it's like a tutorial kind of thing to do to yourself when you're alone. It doesn't seem like it would be as much fun. It's kind of famously something that you need another person for. Oh man! He gets a lot of comments saying that he looks like Johnny Depp, so he'll fix his hair or wear a leather jacket to kind of look like him from the 90s. And he does it so many times. I don't care that you look like Johnny Depp. It's the same video again. Don't care. I don't care that you look kind of like Johnny Depp. I don't care. I don't freaking care about it. I don't care that you look like Johnny Depp. I would honestly rather watch the cooking videos. Maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe I judged too harshly. It probably takes a lot of work to make videos like that. I guess there's only one way to find out. Today we're gonna make a sexy cooking video. Oh wait, hold on. Today we're cooking an old family recipe. We're gonna bust this thing open. Step 1, massage icing pack. Do I cut a hole in the corner of this? Do I cut a hole in the corner of this? Insert the back panel of the house into the canal. I'll insert them. I'm gonna put it in the canal. I said I'm gonna put it in the canal. This is probably wrong. This feels wrong. This feels so wrong. No. Dry. This is taking too long. Oh my God. Whoever architected this was a freaking moron. We're gonna put the shingles on now. Where's the hole? That's the first time I've said that. No, 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 no! Every time I touch it, it falls apart. I gotta go wash my hands. No, it looks good. It looks good. It looks good. Done. Done. Just like Grandma used to make it. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. And thank you again to Blessed Boutique for sponsoring this video. Be sure to click the link below to sign up for the giveaway and win a toy or toy gift card. Okay, thank you, love you, bye. Hey guys, and welcome back to My name is ChadChad. Not really. Last week we took a break, kind of a break, but not really, and now we're back to watching TikToks. Yay! Story times have been an internet genre for a while now. I want to say they were popularized in like the mid 2010s, like 2014 to 2015, and they weren't great back then either. So I figured, why don't we check up on the storytellers, except on TikTok and in the year of our Lord 2021, and just see how things are going for them. Are they still dramatizing every life event for internet clout? Are they still having intercourse with toothbrushes? There's only one way to find out. And unfortunately, it's by watching more stinky TikToks. And they are stinky, very stinky, which is why it's so good that this video is sponsored by Scentbird. Summer is over, and while the leaves are starting to change, it's also time to change your signature scent. I like a lighter scent in the warm weather just because I don't want anything too overwhelming. But when it starts to get colder, I want something that goes along better with sweaters and platform Doc Martens, because that is the extent of my fall wardrobe. I know, I'm very original. I struggle with buying things, even clothes, without being sure that I'm going to absolutely love it. So if you're anything like me, Scentbird could be the perfect solution for trying out top designer scents without having to commit to the price of a full-size bottle. They're a flexible monthly subscription, so you can find the perfect fragrance for the next season change with over 600 brands to shop from. If you aren't sure where to start, Scentbird offers a quick quiz that'll help you choose a scent based on your preferences and your past purchases. Like I said though, it is flexible, so if you want to skip a month, you can, with no penalties or anything. This month, Scentbird sent me 3 fragrances. They all smell amazing and sent me into like a fall hyperdrive, but this one is my absolute favorite. I've worn it every single day since I got it, even when I'm just gonna be at home, because it smells that good. This one is called Rebecca Minkoff Blush. I'm not sure how to describe it, but this one just smells clean. This one is called Power Suit, and it's stronger than this one, but at first scent, you can pick up on the coconut and sandalwood mix, and then at the end, you can pick up on the floral and the fruit, so it's kind of a spicy sweet. This last one reminds me of Morning Time. It's called Exhale, and it's got jasmine and rose water that's got a really fresh scent, so kind of like a colder morning after it just rained. You can choose from fragrances like these, including a lot of unisex options each month for just $16. You get a 30-day supply in each container, and you can upgrade it to get 2 or 3 products per month if that's your preference. But with my code, you can get your first month for only $11. Just use the code CHAD to claim it. Scentbird is also now available in Canada, so don't miss out and use code CHAD to claim your first month with 30% off. Thank you so much to Scentbird for sponsoring today, and let's get back to the video.
November last year, I gave birth to our first baby. It's the first in my family and the 6th in my husband's family.
Firstly, if you're not aware, a lot of TikTok story times are basically just substitutes for music or voiceovers now. I'm not sure what visual I want while you're telling me a story about how your boyfriend's mother's grandfather's sister's ex-boyfriend's son cheated on you, but I don't think watching slime makers have a very poor grasp on color theory is one of them.
We told my mother-in-law we were having a boy, but she was still convinced it was a girl. She told the whole side of the family that it was a girl. I wanted a healthy baby. I didn't give a damn about the sex.
What was that noise? It sounded like somebody getting jabbed in the stomach, or like that blowfish video.
I didn't give a damn about the sex. She told them that we are naming the girl after her mom, which we will never do because my hubby hates his grandma.
Can we get a story time on that? How did he develop a hate for his grandma? Did she she gets you the root beer candies instead of the Werther's. The story's told by the grandma, and she's just making slime with denture glue and mashing Werther's candies into it.
The problem, for them at least, is that now the baby has plenty of girl clothes that we plan on putting on our son, specifically for his family video calls and for pictures with them. She said we have to stop being childish. She just thought my belly shape was more like a girl than for a boy.
How can you tell that from the outside of a pregnant belly? Actually, you know what? I would prefer if it was that way, because then we could do away with wildfires. I mean, gender reveal parties. All right, everyone ready? Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, it's Smokey the Bear. Oh, congratulations. I knew it was gonna be a Smokey Bear. Oh.
Story time on how my mom tried to convince me to have a threesome with her.
Story time on how my mom should be in prison.
So after I got out of work, I met my mom and we went lingerie shopping. That's what she specifically wanted to get. So we were at the store and the first thing she said was, let's get matching sets, which was weird coming from my mom.
Yeah. Yes, it was weird. I'm glad we can agree on that.
But I said, fine, come back for part 2.
I'm not sure what's worse, the fact that you agreed to get matching sets of lingerie with your mom, or that you didn't use the 3-minute option. If you drag something out into 3, 4, 51 parts, I won't watch it, okay? You don't deserve my eyes. Except for now, because I am gonna have to watch this for content, but still, fuck you. So I had to find another slime channel because I was scrolling for years on the other one and couldn't find the second part. I just want to take back anything negative I might have said about the last person slime, because this is... What is this?
Like I said, it was really awkward coming from my mom because I've always been close with my mom, but never that close.
I like how they're trying to explain that this was weird because they weren't that close with their mom and not because it was, you know, their f***ing mom.
My mom called me downstairs 10 minutes after. She said, so you know there was a reason why I wanted to buy matching sets with you. And let's call her boyfriend Brian. She said, well, Brian gave me a really good idea. And then she said these words. Let's have a threesome.
Okay guys, I feel like I should repeat what's probably in the title of this video somehow. People make these up for clout, so the chances of this being something that actually happened are at like 2.5% if we're being generous. I just don't want some people in the comments to try and explain to me that these aren't real. I know I just have a stupid, poopy woman brain, but I do know when I sit here and poke holes in the plot lines of these, it's not because I think they're real. It's because if I sat here and just told you that these aren't real over and over again, I don't think it would be that interesting of a video.
My mom tried to convince me.
That's not real.
And we went lingerie shopping.
This is a fake story.
Let's have a threesome.
This never happened.
I was speechless. And she said, I know it sounds crazy now.
Stop adding things to the slime. It is unusable at this point. This slime single-handedly caused global warming. They don't use acid anymore. They just fill a vat with this stuff and it gives people superpowers. It made the Teenage Mutant Slimy Turtles slimy man.
And then Brian jumped in and said, it's not an actual threesome. What we really want is for you to watch us, but we want you to wear your mom's same lingerie.
Oh, thank God. I thought it was gonna be something creepy. They tell their mom no and that it's weird, and the mom goes, you know what? Now that you said something, this is really weird. And then they break up with Brian. Thank God, because he seemed to be a pretty bad influence. Okay, on to the next one.
Lucifer was a baby born in 2020 and most of his life seemed normal, except one thing which was unexplainable. Every time Lucifer's dad came near him, he would immediately start crying.
It might be because you named him Lucifer, like the synonym for Satan. I like how a lot of these TikToks have to have something flashing on the screen or in the caption, like 100% real, true story, this actually happened. Like, okay, I maybe would have believed you, but now it just feels like you're a salesman trying to sell me a car that used to be owned by a 17-year-old boy. Never been in a single accident. One accident minus one is how many accidents this one has had. That dent is from cleaning the car too hard, if you can believe it. Did I mention it's never been in any accidents?
At first, no one thought much of it until it continued every single day. And the craziest part is that Lucifer loved being around his mom. The doctors ran multiple tests on Lucifer but couldn't quite find the problem until this particular doctor stepped up and decided to run tests on Lucifer's dad instead. And it's what he found next that will leave you speechless. Hit the plus for part 2.
Oh my God, that's so weird. Better watch part 2 to figure out what happened. Oh wait, there is no part 2. It doesn't exist. I didn't think it was possible for me to be more disappointed
But here we are. Based on the way a lot of these videos go, I'm going to assume that the dad wasn't actually his dad and was really a serial killer who used the face machine from Mission Impossible to steal his identity, okay? And then when they went to the doctor and ran blood tests, they realized that it wasn't actually the baby's father. And then Tom Cruise emerges from the skin suit and turns into a mummy, starts a war of worlds on top of a gun. I don't know, I didn't see any of the movies.
This is why you should always keep your phone charged. A girl named Marissa came home from school at around 3 p.m. She walked in the door and told her mom that some random number kept calling her all day. Her mom told her the person may have the wrong number and just to ignore it. Marissa said okay and begins to do her homework. A couple hours later, she receives a phone call from the same number. Marissa answers it this time and says, "Hello?" The man then says, "We finally found you. Don't worry, Bunny."
Bunny? It's Candace Stone. Speaking of that show, I think season 3 comes out October 15th. So just don't be surprised if I don't upload or interact with social media during that week. I'm just kidding. It's not going to take me a week to watch that.
Marissa begins to panic and tells her mom what just happened. Her mom yells and says, "Grab your stuff, we need to leave." Marissa, confused, packs her things and gets into the red car. Her mom begins driving fast and turns on the radio. The radio says, "The baby named Marissa who was kidnapped in the hospital 10 years ago has been found and police are searching for a red car." Marissa looks at the woman and says, "Who are you?" The woman looks back and says, "You can call me mommy."
But the baby was named Marissa, and so she was still going by Marissa. The woman who kidnapped the baby didn't think to change the name of the child she stole. Why did it take them so long to find her if she was still under the same name and attending school with the same name? What I'm getting from this is that her birth family hired the worst detective alive. Can we circle back to the intro of this video? What does this have to do with keeping our phones charged?
This is why you should always keep your phone charged.
So that we don't get kidnapped as a newborn babe? I feel like there's not much we can do about it at that point. Someone stole our baby. What? But she's only a day old. Wait, hold on. Hello?
Goo goo gaga, goo goo ga.
Oh,
Goo
thank
goo
God.
goo. Gaga, goo 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 gaga.
Okay, she said they were in a red car heading eastbound on 23rd Street. Oh my God.
Gaga. Gaga goo.
Of course. What did she say? She also says BYOB. Huh? Bring your own boob. She's starving. I think that's gonna do it for today, guys. Not because I'm out of TikTok story times, because they never end, but because it is 4 a.m. I've heard sleep is good for you, so I think I'm gonna try that out. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Stop, don't eat that. Who are you? Are you me from the future? I'm that sandwich in the future. My lunch? My name is XASH-A12. Okay, but what does that have to do with my sandwich? XASH-A-B, I'm sorry, what was it? It was XASH-A12. Look, if you eat that sandwich, the world is done for. Okay. XASH-Ford, F-150. Do you have a nickname? Absolutely not. Okay, vitamin B12. I feel like you just want to steal my food. Why would I need to steal your food? My dad is Elon Musk. Okay, well, don't do this. Ha! I knew it wouldn't. Hey guys, and welcome back to My name is ChadChad. Not really. Is it welcome back though? Is it really? Or is this the first time you're here? Or do you think it's the first time you've been here, but it was actually the last time you were here, and you're looking back at a version of yourself in a parallel universe, and you're actually about— Okay, that's enough. I'm sorry. We're watching time traveling TikToks today. I've recently stumbled upon a new side of TikTok that I much prefer over the endless bodyguard POVs, which I'm still getting a lot of, by the way. And there's a lot going on over there. Time traveling being just one of the many stuffs. We've got conspiracy TikToks, horror TikToks, those scary underwater videos that I hate but cannot stop watching. I think it's because I have zero knowledge of what's actually down there. So you could show me a picture of any weird looking creature and tell me it was from a deep level of the sea and I would believe you. Hey Chad, check out this new creature they found at the bottom of the ocean. Yeah, that checks out. May 27th, 2021. Well, it was a Thursday, So that's pretty big. No, wait, they were right. They were right. It was National Grape Popsicle Day. Damn it.
I missed it.
That gives you a pretty decent idea of what these TikToks are, though. It's a faceless creator, usually, making these really bold claims, trying to convince people that they're time travelers, which kind of reminds me of that person around March of last year who made that TikTok claiming to be psychic and saying that we were going to have a vaccine by April and everything was going to be back to normal in a couple months. And it's so funny to me because now she's just making like TikTok dances. How do you come back from that? Like nothing ever happened. Oh yes, I can see it now. You're gonna die tomorrow. What? How? I'm seeing a boat or a car or a heart attack.
2 days later.
Hey, you said I was gonna die yesterday. Oh. I spent all my savings and I gave my house to my brother, and he's a dick. He's not gonna give it back. What are you doing? Are you doing TikTok dances right now? Yes. Okay, so far this is just the plot of Chosen Ones by Veronica Roth, the one who wrote Divergent. I really hope when the world ends, it's not structured like a Veronica Roth novel. The world is in shambles, and I'm the only one who can fix it. I'm a normal, everyday girl who's gonna be played by a stunning, flawless actress. I'm not like everyone else. I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. I don't fit in. Because I actually don't remember what her special ability was. I guess she could just dream. Well, I'm Triss. My boyfriend's name is a numerical value, and I can dream pretty good. Jesus, Serene Coin and aliens within 2 years? I wonder what's next. I bet it's gonna be awful. Oh my god, an earthquake. Not gonna lie, it kind of pales in comparison to full-on aliens. Okay, so we're getting superpowers again. I'm pretty sure if the world were to end anytime soon, it wouldn't be nearly as interesting as these people seem to think it would be. Like, our superpowers would probably be us being able to sit in the tub for longer without our skin getting as pruny, or like all of us being able to eat peanuts. Hold on, a T-Rex egg? Like they found a T-Rex egg and the device, they just happened to be in the same area, or the device was inside the T-Rex egg? Because that's a very confusing way to make a groundbreaking discovery. What is that? I think it's a dinosaur egg. No way, dude, that is so cool. Oh wait, no it's not. Oh, darn it. Not just a dinosaur egg. What? This is a device that opens a portal to a parallel universe. Whoa, that's like way cooler. I know, right?
The following video was sent to me via email by a time traveler from the year 2026. This is what the email said. The video I sent you shows a time traveler meeting up with an interdimensional robotic being. Pay attention to the man dressed in black. They exchange a few words and talk about the fate of the universe, including Earth. And then just as fast as the robotic being appears, it disappears.
Okay, aside from this being some of the greatest editing I've ever seen, how would you know what they're talking about? There's no audio, they're not mic'd up. They could be talking about something totally normal, like their Subway orders, or Will Smith. I can't tell if this page is actually a conspiracy page or if they're just trolling, because they made a video saying we should stop drinking grape soda because it's killing the planet. I've mentioned grapes twice more than I thought I would in a video about time travelers.
The following is a video that was sent to me by a time traveler who claims to be in the year 2059. In the year 2059 is very hot because the Earth has no protection over it. The sun rays go directly down to Earth and actually affect dramatically the world's population. When I asked him why send the video footage to us, he replied to me, because in order to save humanity, you must stop everything that you are doing. Please stop drinking grape soda.
We can't get any more detail on that. Just stop drinking it. As far as sodas that have the power to eradicate humankind, grape soda wouldn't have been my first guess. It would have been root beer. That shit is rancid. There's no way it isn't destroying the ozone.
When humans reached the moon for the first time, they did encounter some of the Marchulians. And in fact, humans mixed with Marchulians and had babies. Those babies went back to Earth on a secret capsule.
This whole account is just really bad CGI or a screen grab of a futuristic looking video game while he talks over it about something bizarre that happens in the future. Yeah, so whenever you want a burger, you can grab these packets with a picture of a burger on it, right, and put it in a future microwave. Wow. And then bam, what do you have? I'm gonna guess a burger. Wrong, it's Jeffrey Bezos. So I think we've learned enough about what huge events are gonna take place, but what about future technologies? Are we gonna have flying cars soon, or the internet in our brains? Or maybe ankle socks that don't end up around your toes?
I brought this. Do you know what this is?
Looks like a pen to me.
Well, that's where you'd be wrong. This is actually a stabilizer or anti-stabilizer. So if I were to put this on your head, it would destabilize your brain and just kill you.
None of that. We just get slightly more dangerous pens.
Do you have any other type of technology?
You see. Do you know what this is?
No, I don't know what that is at all.
Alright, so this. If you throw it, they can destroy a whole universe.
I love how it seems like they didn't plan this at all and they're just improvising, because as far as things that I think would be difficult to make up on the spot, the entire future of our planet is pretty high up on the list.
Do you know what this is? This contains all the DNA from other extraterrestrials during my time.
Wow.
It's off right now.
Thank God it's off.
But if I were to turn it on per se, I could go through all
I think you just turned it on though.
the extraterrestrials and I just slap it like this. I get their DNA, I turn it into them, and I have all their powers.
That comes in handy for like if you have to fight someone.
Yes.
If you have to fight someone, that's the most appropriate situation you could come up with. You know how when you get into a fist fight at a bar and you just
summon all the aliens in the universe?
Hey, that's my seat. No, it's not. Yes, it is. What are you? Jesus Christ. Dude. Okay, you can have the seat.
This mini thing right here?
It's from the future.
Believe it or not, it's from the future. It's my time travel device. So it's $100. It's a mini time travel, and after like 10 uses, it gets wasted of all its energy.
So just to recap, in the future, our time machines will look like Samsung battery packs, and inflation is going backwards. $100 for a literal time machine that you can only get 10 uses out of before it dies, like a vibrator you bought from Wish.
We have this special energy, and it involves dark matter. It's $100. You have to squeeze it, then you have to turn it on, obviously, and then you can go back anywhere, back in time, any place you want, and you go there.
They're so good at making detailed backstories for random items on their desk. It's a talent, honestly. So this looks like a plastic skull, right?
Yeah, it does.
Well, that's where you're wrong.
Oh.
This is actually the key to our entire universe.
Oh, wow.
Because in the future, our entire universe is a fishbowl.
Oh.
So if you sing the ABCs into it, you get telekinesis.
That's incredible.
There's no going back after watching this. What if I told you that the world around you isn't real, but an illusion? This information will become public in 2071, but I am here to tell you the truth early. There are those who are aware of this today, and we call them wanderers. Wanderers are capable of lifting the curtain and seeing the world for what it truly is. Wanderers are also capable of seeing into the future, and a select few can even time travel. And I am one of them.
Some of you might recognize Arya from my kids' content on TikTok video. I'm not sure how well she'd be able to time travel, considering she's afraid of LED lights and advertising products to children in an ethical way. I guess this is a thing now, like this is a new genre on TikTok that's apparently profitable. These videos get a lot of attention and everybody wants a piece of the time traveling pie. I like to imagine they have weekly meetings where they congregate and discuss how to manipulate people online, but they aren't very good at it. Guys, I don't think people believe we're time travelers. What? What if we stopped using the same super dramatic music over all of our TikToks? Michael, what is that? Like a joke? Tell them an insane event is going to happen and give them a very specific date of when it's going to happen. But what if nothing happens on the date we give them? Something always happens on a day, Michael. Always happens on a day. Detail is our top priority. Anyway, like I was saying, tell them we're all gonna get powers from the sun. Oh, what kind of powers, by the way? super ones. It's not very detailed. Get him the fuck out. I hope you guys learned something today. If you didn't, wait until we've invented time machines, transport to about 10 to 15 minutes ago, and then watch this video again. Or just replay the video. That would probably be easier. But I'm gonna call it there. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Are we almost there yet? This is why we don't show ourselves in the sunlight. There is so much sun around. Without having to walk like 8,000 miles, people would know we're different. You literally one-punch manned a moving vehicle. This is what I am. It's like diamonds. Or honey. I mean, diamonds, sure, but I don't know if it looks like. This video is sponsored by Honey. Honey is the #1 shopping tool in America that automatically searches the internet for promo codes and discounts so that you don't have to. Instead, you can spend that time rewatching the Twilight series and reminiscing about when your biggest problem in life was Jacob cutting his hair. Because why did you do that, Stephanie? Why? When available, Honey finds discounts of 18% on average. For example, if I wanted to buy this Edward doll, which I do, I really do, 18% off the current listing price would save you over $15. One of my favorite things about Honey is that if there isn't a big enough discount available, you can add the item to your list and they'll notify you if there's a price drop. All you have to do is click Add to Drop List and wait for Honey to do all the work. And I will wait for you, Edward. I will. But Twilight-related treasures aren't the only thing Honey can save you money on. Honey can be used on most of the sites you're probably already using for clothes, shoes, and even video games. So you can enjoy free savings and get that little boost of serotonin from watching the price go down, courtesy of Honey. It only takes a few clicks to add Honey to your browser. Use the link in my description, joinhoney.com/ChadChad, click Add Extension, then wham bam, thank you ma'am, you have access to the internet's most convenient shopping assistant. Thank you for listening, and thank you to Honey for sponsoring this video. You better hang on tight, Spider Monkey. Hey guys, and welcome back to my name is ChadChad. Not really. And I was not allowed to watch Twilight when it came out. Did this lead to a deep obsession with the entire franchise due to my unhealthily curious mind? No, why would you think that it did that? Because it didn't. I'm not saying that Twilight is at the root of every modern day vampire obsession. I'm just saying that it probably is, because you can't tell me that the period where middle schoolers were drawing bite marks on their neck and pretending their Minute Maid fruit punch was blood didn't cause just a little bit of a shift in our time. Rule #1 of TikTok vampires: if your girlfriend has injured herself, do not show concern at all. Oh, also smirk. That's not just like vampire TikToks, that's just TikTok in general.
Smirk at everything.
Girlfriend breaking up with you, failing a class, parents in the hospital. Sadly though. So I'm not sure if his girlfriend is aware of his vampire-ness. Vampiricalness. Good. I'm glad we did that. If she is, does she want him to kill her? Or because she has to know how this stuff works, right? Hello, my vampire boyfriend who has an animalistic reaction to blood that will probably lead to you killing me. Look at this cut on my stomach. It has blood. I've taken note of the blood on your stomach, and you are correct. I will now be killing you. As long as your smirk is the last thing I look upon, I die a contented woman. Not to nitpick, but I will, because that's kind of my job and I wouldn't have content otherwise. But if you're a vampire and you only consume people for food, would you not eventually learn how to have manners about it? Like, this is the equivalent of us regular people shoving hot Takis into our mouth, rubbing Taki dust all over our face and our chin, and then just going to English class. Hey Chad, you've got...
Watch this cut, obviously. Am I a vampire? What? That's so stupid. I totally respect your opinion on everything.
Totally respect your opinion on everything, babe. except this. Take notes, guys, because next time you cheat on your girl, this is how you get her off your back. No, I didn't sleep with Erica, obviously. Accidentally made love. Happens all the time. The text that said, can't wait to see you later, was metaphorical, okay? She metaphorically was gonna suck on these.
But, I mean, come on. That's vampires? Come on, what's next? Werewolves?
I would love a vampire movie to be made where the vampire just gaslights their love interest the entire time. Wait.
How did you get over to me?
I was standing right next to you, Bella.
You were next to your car.
No, I wasn't.
Do you mean to say the 104-year-old man who fell in love with a 17-year-old and refused to do the do with her unless they got married didn't have an airtight moral code? Who'd have thunk it?
Is there a problem? Oh, that was me and my family. We were camping last night. Yeah, we were in the woods, yeah. Yeah, we were up pretty late. We were having a blast. I'll tell them to keep it down. Thank you. What did I tell you?
The person knocking on this door is one of the bravest souls alive. They heard screaming from the woods in the middle of the night, and they said, most people would call the cops, but not me. I'm gonna wait until the next morning and confront these people personally, because if there is one thing I hate about a possible murder happening, it's how it interferes with the neighborhood's sleep schedule.
I said if you're gonna bite their neck, keep them quiet. I don't care what you have to use, keep them quiet.
There's just something about a very loud HVAC that takes away from a person's attempt to seem dominant or intimidating. I don't care what you have to do, keep them quiet. What did they say?
Boss, I really can't hear you. Boss, I think it's getting louder, actually. Oh, great. You hurt their feelings.
They're crying
Don't
now.
cry.
No, it's okay. I am begging y'all to never stop putting yourselves in 6 times speed. This is the best thing I've seen in weeks. I will be starting a petition to have all romance movies follow this format. Miss Bennett, Mr. Darcy, I trust your family is in. Quiet, Mr. Darcy, and kiss me, you fool. Yeah, your teacher's a moron. Mortals being oblivious amuses me. That sounds like something a guy with the Joker as his profile picture would say, or someone parodying a guy with the Joker as his profile picture would say. We've come full circle. I don't know what's real anymore. Am I really here? Are you really there? Is my name really ChadChad?
You so good that just don't know why I'm addicted.
I love how most of these portray vampires as these sexy, irresistible beings. I mean, of course they do, thanks to Stephanie and the Vampire Diaries. But it's particularly funny to me considering how the folklore of vampires probably started. Like, it was probably just a bunch of people in the olden days desperate for some food and vitamins, so they had to resort to sipping the old human fruit punch.
Mule, thou mother is dead. No, yes. Now fetch the salt. Please, let me at least say goodbye. Of course. Merciful God, Agatharius has died. Fetch the garlic. Betzius, thou knowest how deathly allergic I am to garlic. Cast it aside, I never wish to look upon it again. Forgive me, Lord Jacobius. Thy garlic hath killed Sir Meatsback. I decree garlic to be the most dangerous of vegetables. Jedediah Sariah, write that down. Of course, sir. And tell thy children and thy children's children of how evil garlic hath been to us. Immediately, sir. Shall we prepare Meatsback for dinner? How durst thou? His flesh hath been tainted by the garlic. I am the lowest of low, sir. By the garlic. Sir, Bethesmiel's mother and Agatharius. They live. It was just a quick bout of the plague, sir. Nothing we can't handle. Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
I'm gonna call it there, guys. If you want to follow me on other stuff, that's my Instagram, that's my Twitter. I don't usually plug that stuff, but I'm close to getting 10,000 followers on Instagram, and then I have the feature where I can tell you to swipe up, which would make me feel important. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Hey guys, my name is ChadChad. And this is where the magic happens. The Etsy magic. If there's one thing I've learned in my time on Earth, it's that things don't always go how we want them to. And when that happens, there's only so much you can do. You can go to therapy, join a pickleball league, or as I've recently learned, you can go to Etsy.com and pay a witch to make things go your way. I've started getting a lot of spiritual TikToks on my feed recently. Some are just your typical tarot readings that usually go like, I'm seeing that a sexy Libra wants to date you, and also you're about to win $10 million. And that's clearly insane. I would never date a Libra. But I've also been getting TikToks where people have decided to use the spiritual realm for their own advantage.
Me acting like he's crazy for texting me saying he misses me even though I paid a random witch on Etsy $5 to put a spell on him.
A new life hack on TikTok is enlisting the help of witches on Etsy in order to get whatever you want, basically. If you want your ex to come crawling back, if you want your situationship to text you more often, just put a spell on them. Because if there's any guy worth pursuing, it's one that requires supernatural forces to want to talk to you. And this is nothing new. It's a tale as old as time. We'll go to great lengths for love, even if it means buying a spell to get it. But now instead of having to promise your firstborn child, just send him a little cash app. For only $19.99, you too can get a guy named Daryl to call you 20 times in 2 minutes. I've gotten a pretty similar result by not paying my credit card bill, but that guy's name is Capital One. Personally, I really like the idea of being able to get powerful magic from the same place you'd get a resin keychain.
Welcome, traveler. Browse my wares. Could I interest you in handmade earrings that were definitely not dropship, or perhaps an incantation that turns all who have wronged you into dust? I also have cheats.
So after seeing so many success stories, I was curious. I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. Maybe there's an Etsy spell that can make the months November through February disappear, so I don't have to live through them. Or if there's a spell to make someone call you more, maybe there's a spell that can make Capital One stop calling me. That guy is obsessed with me. It's honestly really embarrassing for him. So I decided to do some shopping. Some Etsy shopping. Okay, we're gonna try and find some Etsy spells that are gonna help us find love. Maybe some spells that are gonna make us look. Extreme Millionaire Lottery spell. Done in less than 12 hours. Spell with me and my oldest grandmother. That's not that big of an achievement. You only have 2 grandmothers. $32.87, but it's on sale for 75% off. Usually it's $131.47. So it's actually like we're losing money if we don't buy this spell. The thing about buying Etsy spells that makes it a little difficult is that you aren't buying anything concrete, and I love buying concrete. The results of a spell can't be guaranteed, so you have no way of weighing a purchase or deciding if the seller is trustworthy or not. It's basically just having to believe that the seller will do what they say they will do. And if there's one kind of person I trust, say it with me, it's people selling me things on the internet. So the only real option I had was to go based on reviews, and those weren't always entirely helpful. Okay, so Tal Ehrlich, thank you for the good and fast service. So I guess that means that Tal won the lottery within the last 4 days? Yeah, that's right. I was homeschooled. Carol Ann said, Luna is an angel. I got my spell. It was super quick and on the night of the full moon, so extra strength. I haven't had a chance to try any lotteries or anything. Landed in hospital yesterday. Okay. Did the spell do that? Luna, I wish you all the love in the world for you and your grandmother. I'll let you know how I get on as soon as anything happens. Okay, so this is an interesting review because she hasn't actually received what she paid for, but she still left 5 stars. This toothbrush is gonna be really cool, and I wish the seller all the love in the world. We'll update you once I have the toothbrush. One might argue that I should have waited to write this review, but why do tomorrow what you can do today? That's what I'm always saying. That's what my oldest grandmother is always saying. Bring back Stubborn X spell. I would rather die. Detailed, brutal reading. What is a brutal reading? It's like they read you a book, but then at the end they beat the shit out of you. Brutal tarot reading, same hour. Brutally honest psychic reading. Okay. Chad, female, general. Like if I'm a war commander? Yes. Love. Is that a yes or no question? I don't know. Wait, or am I in love? Okay. No. Single. Career. Turbulent. Past life. Aren't you supposed to know that question? How am I supposed to know? I have no future. Hopefully not. And then the other goal can be that somebody confesses romantic feelings of some sort to me. And I know what you're thinking, Chad, set realistic goals and expectations. Don't set your goals too high. A lot of the spells I found had to do with love and obsession, with some specifically aimed for stubborn targets, and that's kind of fucked up. Super strong love spell for stubborn target. That's kind of gross. Whether you believe in spells or not, I think it's pretty uncool to try and force someone to be in love with you. Even if the magic doesn't work, I think it's bad to put that kind of intent out there. What do you mean you don't want to date me? I'm great. If I could take away your free will, I would. That's something I'd like to do, and I would if I could. I'm a catch. You. I'm a catch you. Removal of all negativity, spells, magic, evil eye, and curses on you. Okay, all right, maybe we should do this one because my dryer just stopped working. Actually, it started working too much. It won't turn off. My dryer spins no matter if I power it on or off, and I have to turn it off, I have to turn off the breaker. So I'm gonna do this one. And the next couple weeks weren't great. Luck-wise, I didn't notice any huge differences. I still had some repair issues around my place, but I did find this shirt. So my luck has turned all the way around. Another kind of spell I saw a lot were ones that claim to turn you into some kind of supernatural being. Become a vampire spell. Guys, oh my god. We can become the Hulk. Powerful transformation spell, vampirism spell, vampire ritual. Oh my god. What does that mean? Does that mean that I start drinking human blood? The description says absolutely nothing about what we can expect from this spell, but I'm expecting this. I'm expecting to look like this AI generated image of this vampire that looks kind of like Henry Cavill, and then this AI generated image with someone who also looks like Henry Cavill. Also, guys, okay, I'm not gonna pass up the opportunity to be the Hulk. I'm not gonna pass up the quick cast, fast acting spell to give me supernatural strength. Add to cart. I also grabbed a spell called Best Body Spell, which promised me the physique of a Greek god. Oh wait, Best Body Spell. Here we go. This is the one I was looking for. We gotta get a spell that makes us sexy. Here's them casting the spell that's gonna give us abs. An 8-pack, preferably. I'm assuming that this is what happens when the spell takes effect. Really hoping my skin melts off of my skeleton. If that doesn't happen, I'm gonna be disappointed. Spells by Austin. Bye-bye, Austin. Bye-bye. I'm happy with this shop. Interesting spells, cast on time. Great conversation with Austin. Overall, I'm very satisfied. Nobody's getting to the gravy, the biscuits and gravy of the situation. I want to know when I can expect my abs to come in. I want to know when my biceps come in. Add to cart. And this one actually worked. I was hoping for Zeus-like abs, but I have 5 extra heads now. I just forgot to clarify which Greek god physique I was getting, and that's really on me. I mean, that's really on us. I also got an intelligence spell, not because I need it. I just wanted to test it out. Increase intelligence, same day cast. Increase memory ability, increase IQ magic spell, increase focus and attention. I've been looking for this my entire life. I'm gonna add this one to cart and then we'll do a quiz, and then I'll take another quiz in 2 weeks after the spell has been cast and had enough time to take effect, and we'll see if I've gotten any smarter. Before I start and you judge my answers, okay, I wanna reiterate, I was homeschooled. I did not have science classes or math classes. How many rings appear on the Olympic flag? There's like 6. Well, 6 isn't an option. What is the currency of Scotland? Haggis. Who painted the Mona Lisa? Leonardo DiCaprio. They thought they got me with that one. What is the capital of Greece? I don't know. I don't live there. 84 out of 100. You're a trivia master. Your level of general knowledge, at least based on this house, is very impressive. Stop it. Quit it. Okay, I'll see you guys in 1 to 2 weeks after the spell is completed and we're a genius with abs. And I'm gonna say that this one also worked. Testing this spell meant I had to conduct field research while investigating hypotheses, and if I hadn't bought this spell, I would never have done any of that. I hate critical thinking. I think what this proves is that frivolous online shopping makes me smarter, and I've always said that and I've always believed that. Jack is taller than Peter, and Bill is shorter than Jack. Bill. Skill issue. Which of the following statements would be more accurate? Jack is taller than Peter and Bill is shorter than Jack. It doesn't matter because all of their Hinge profiles would say they're 6 feet. Bill, Peter, Jack. Bill, Peter. This is so stupid. Why does this not make sense in my head, in my brain? What is this? I need to make a drawing. This is Jack. All right? Jack is taller than Peter. Peter is shorter than Jack. And then Bill is shorter than Jack. I kind of made them all the same height, so this is a very confusing drawing. This isn't gonna help a lot. I don't fucking know.
And I don't really care. This could literally be what they look like based on the information that we've been provided with. I'm gonna lock it in. I'm gonna say it's impossible to tell whether they're taller than Bill, right? I don't know why that took me 40 minutes. Now imagine how long that would have taken me before the Etsy spell. That would have been a nightmare. I also got a customizable love spell without a specific target. The parameters of the spell are that someone is supposed to confess feelings for me within 2 weeks of it being cast. But after that time frame passed, nothing was happening. No one was professing their love for me. No one was calling me, except for Capital One. Take a hint, guy, right? This is pathetic. But I understand it can be daunting to confess feelings for someone, so I decided to give them a little push, just to help them take the first step. First up was Gabby Bell, aka Gabby Balls, aka the creator of the Bing Bong song. Hey, she seemed to be snacking. I decided to get to the bottom of this. What are you eating?
You know.
Oh, she was holding back, but I moved on. Anyway, speaking of things that are yummy, I was just wondering if there's something you want to tell me. More resistance. There was something she didn't want to say, or something she really wanted to say. So I have to go. So.
Aw.
But.
Well, miss you.
Do you? Do you?
As much as I love dried mango.
Okay, I'm gonna put this one down as a maybe then, because you really like that mango. All right, well, thanks.
Love you.
And there it was. Next up was my friend Josh Dare, aka Fortnite Extraordinaire. Just a quick heads up, this guy farts and lies a lot. Hey.
Hey, yeah, what's up?
I was just calling to see if there's anything that you've been wanting to tell me, something that might be hard to tell somebody typically. And this is just an opportunity for you to tell me if there is something like that you want to tell me.
You need to stop blaming all of your farts on me.
Here we go. I told you so.
There are so many times that we've been in a room together and we've been on opposite sides of the room and you've been blaming farts on me. I'm losing friendships. I've gotten warnings at work. I've gotten 2 write-ups.
We were getting off track. He wouldn't stop talking about his farts.
Like, you're a trusted friend and I love hanging out with you, but like, this can't keep going on.
Right. Okay. I hear you. Unbelievable. He can't stop for even a minute. And I gotta go.
Okay, but like, did you actually...
To document my transformation into the Incredible Hulk, I first needed to test my physical strength. Time to do our strength baseline test. Here we have, this is 20 pounds. Let's try and do 40, and then we'll see if I can do it by the end of the week.
Oh my god.
I can't even get them in a frame. Never mind, abort. Maybe just one then. Easy. Piece of cake. But after a while, I hadn't seen any real results. I was still just a weak, puny human who could barely do 1 full push-up. But then I realized I was missing the key component of becoming the Hulk. Obviously, to complete my transformation, I needed to get really freaking ticked off.
Okay, it's been 2 weeks. I'm gonna retry the 40 pounds now. Also, don't look at my feet because my shoes are stained. I said don't look at my... Okay. Is this 40 pounds? I feel like it's way easier to pick up now. I'm not joking. Why is this easier now? Okay, that's pretty good, but let's see if I can do 40 in each hand. To do that, I think I need to fully be the Hulk, so if you could just help me.
You're a 27-year-old iPad kid. You constantly change your hair because you're deeply unsatisfied with who you are as a person.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You can't speak to me that way, okay? That's...
Are you actually trying right now?
Yes!
And then I was just waiting on the Become a Vampire spell. I had to carefully monitor this one for obvious reasons, so I routinely had to eat Italian food, which sucked. I ordered Italian food and cheesy garlic bread. So we're gonna test and see if I'm deterred from eating this, which would mean that the vampire spell has started to take effect. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, I'm just kidding. It's fine. Oh no, I'm gonna have to order more Italian food and more garlic cheesy bread. Dang it. But I was patient and I never gave up no matter how much chicken Alfredo I had to eat. And finally, on one fateful day, all right, little spider monkey. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video because it's something a little different and I don't really know what I'm doing or where I am or what's going on or why my clothes are ripped or who destroyed all those roads in New York. But I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking feet. My name is ChadChad. Not really. And have you ever wanted to make a bunch of money without having to raise a single toe? Then this is not the thing for you. You do have to raise a toe. You have to give birth to your toe and nurse it, swaddle it in a little dough blankie and cover it in mustard. Eat your toes. Go on. Do it. Do it. You won't. There's just something about companies that advertise exclusively on TikTok that make me go, huh, why are they doing that? I wonder. Probably a good reason. I trust them. A good example of this would be Bang, the Bang energy drink company that would sponsor TikTokers and not really care if they disclosed the sponsored aspect of the videos.
I've always wondered what would happen if you trapped smoke inside of a box, so I tried it for myself.
And it could be a little difficult to tell sometimes because the drink wouldn't be incorporated in an obvious way and would just kind of be sitting in a corner somewhere. Kind of like all the Coke products in Footloose. A terrible movie, by the way. I don't care if it's a classic. The pastor's daughter should have been the main character. She was already dancing before he showed up, and then she researched and wrote the argument that resolved the entire movie's conflict, and he got the credit for it. Kevin Bacon was basically a puppet in high-waisted jeans. Anyway, speaking of loose feet, today we're going to be taking a look at the website known as Feet Finder. YouTube, if you're listening, this is a website made for people to find their feet after they've misplaced them somehow, like in their airport luggage or in an Uber. No one is coming to the feet. The feet are coming to them because they were lost. But now they're found and covered in jizz. Feet Finder is a website where you can exchange photos of your grippers in exchange for legal tender, currency, Benjamin Franklin's. At least that's what their advertising wants you to believe. In reality, you can probably expect to see a lot more George Washingtons or Paul Bunyans. But what do I know? I haven't tried the service. I can't speak on how profitable it actually is, so we'd better consult some experts.
So my girlfriend got dummy rich from Feet Finder. We flew to LA because she needed a new car. She looked at a few supercars, then decided the G63 was the move. Then cruised down PC8 and went back to her beach house in Malibu.
Setting aside the fact that this is not a car dealership, but a car rental place in LA, and this is more than likely an Airbnb that they're in, it's kind of a weird marketing strategy to take us on a tour and show us all the things that you can afford. They can't afford them, they're all rentals. And act like you can afford them because of this service you're promoting, but you have the money because they gave you the money and not because you made money by using the service. It's just that if Matthew McConaughey couldn't afford a Lincoln, I think it would change the messaging in those ads. They say perfection is not attainable. I guess they never owned a Lincoln. I know I haven't. Have you seen how expensive those things are? Anyway, you should get one, I guess. Lincoln. LinkedIn. Find me on LinkedIn. I need a job. All right. But if you want, which who doesn't? You can also use Feet Finder to pay off your student loans.
So my first paycheck from Feet Finder just came in today, and we're gonna use $100K of it to pay off my roommate's student loans. Whoa! What is this? Just student loans, bro.
This is the only way you're allowed to pay off someone's student loans. Hey, so you mean a lot to me. Aww. And you've always supported me. Of course. So I wanted to show you some love in return and throw a leather bag at your head as hard as I can. You do that for me?
Feet Finder came through, I got you.
No way. Oh, from Feet Finder?
Yeah.
Yo. Yeah. Yo, come downstairs, come outside real fast. Okay. What could that have been?
Oh, no. Bro!
New whip?
This is yours?
All the money that you gave me? I blew it.
Aw, man. Instead of paying off his student loans, he bought a car, van, truck thing. If the human centipede was made of Jeep Wranglers, that's what he bought. Imagine giving someone $100,000 and then they go out and buy a real life-sized Hot Wheels car. So the plot is a little convoluted, but they do manage to say the name of the website at least 5 times throughout the video.
Feet Finder, Feet Finder,
Feet Finder,
Feet Finder.
If you make $100 grand using this website, that's incredible. Kudos to you. Kudos to your toes. Kudos. It's just kind of weird how they keep shouting out the website. Like, you don't usually shout out your employer every time you get paid. Just got my first check from the sperm bank. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm thinking about getting the ugliest car imaginable. Wow, is that a good idea? I mean, the sperm bank's got me covered. Covered in what? Dude, what? Why are you like coming for me? But I'm not coming for you. I'm not trying to. You should be coming for the Rosewood Sperm Bank on 24th Street. Business hours 8 through 5, closed for all of November. Some of the promos have this fun little spin spin where the person making money from the website is using someone else's pictures.
You coconut head, what is this? It's my paycheck for Feet Finder. Oh my god, I cannot believe you are uploading fake pictures on the internet. Mom, it's not mine, it's my brother's, your son's, you know, I take it when he's sleeping.
If you don't want to use pictures of your own grippers, that's okay. Just use someone else's without their knowledge or consent, like a crime.
Babe, what did you just say? You post my what on where?
I just posted your feet pics.
Why are you posting my feet pics on places?
For money, babe.
I don't know if there's any legislature that applies specifically to feet yet, but I'll get us started. Don't do this. Don't wear Crocs without socks. I know, controversial. And don't take your shoes off in public. I don't care how crunchy you are. If I see your toes out in Target, you are the target. I'll fucking kill you. For some reason in these videos, whenever the person whose pictures are being used without their knowledge, they're always okay with it once they find out it's making money.
Mom, why instead of checking the post from Feet Finder with your name on it? Don't worry, you baboon face. It's your dad's feet.
How much is that?
You asking too many questions. Just keep sending me pics.
50-50?
50-50 what?
Because it's fine to do morally ambiguous things, as long as you're making bank. If I steal your kidney, hypothetically, this is just a hypothetical, as long as I sell it on the dark web and split the proceeds with you 50-50 or 70-30 or 97-3, you know what? We'll talk numbers once the anesthesia wears off. The brand has to approve these before they can get paid. So the actual company looked at these and said, good, this is great. We approve of this. It's good. And it aligns with our mission statement. That gets the stamp of approval. Another method in some of the promos is to integrate them into street interviews. They're usually in the ones where the guy goes, how much money do you have in your bank account? $400. And what do you do for a living? Your mom. Awesome. Thank you.
Oh my God, that's that girl from the last Feet Finder video. Do you remember me? How's work been?
Good. Still making that bag. Just paid cash for a new car, so.
Damn! What kind?
Alfa Romeo Giulia.
Is that a Lady Gaga song?
Alfa Romeo Giulia.
I like to think he has no idea what kind of car that is, but he just has to pretend to be impressed. So what kind of car'd you get? An Ford Romeo Capulet Montague. Nice. What did it cost? Tragedy.
Can I go for a ride?
Gold digger status?
Gold digger status? It sounds less like she's calling him a gold digger and more like she wants a status report. Gold digger, what's your status? At a beauty salon with a baby Louis Vuitton under my underarm, sir. Copy that. This one does at least disclose the sponsors, so kudos for that. Some of the other videos have entire storylines where Feet Finder is like the hero that swoops in to save the day. Don't you hate it when you're playing video games and your girlfriend feeds you raw macaroni with one of those washcloth tablets that you have to put in water? So she's sad that they can only afford one pair of socks. Because he keeps eating all of their socks on top of raw macaroni. When we say macaroni and cheese, the cheese is not supposed to come from between your toes. So he ate all their food, took her socks, and then when he sees her crying, he says, babe, I know what will solve your problems. A side hustle. Dude, you are her problems. She's literally giving you the shirt off her back. If her shirt was socks and her back were feet. There's a few like this though, where the wife or girlfriend is unhappy or they get dumped and then they find Feet Finder and it transforms their life immediately. Yes, I own 2 mansions and a car that has more prefixes than Rosetta Stone, but before I found this company, my life was miserable. My husband would force feed me sweaters on uncooked penne, and they weren't even cashmere. At this point, you might be thinking it's a little bizarre that this company is exclusively advertising to people who would want to post pictures and not actually buy them. And it might be because that's who they're making a lot of money from. You have to pay to use the website. You can pay $5 a month for a basic subscription or $15 a month for premium and unlock all of these crazy perks like direct messaging or profile customization, things that are definitely perks and not just things that a website should have already. So these ads are less trying to get customers and more trying to be like the finance influencers that tell you they made all their money trading Forex, but then charge you $500 for a course they filmed in their garage.
This is how I made my money. This is how I can afford a new Tesla every year. This is how I moved out of my parents' house.
Honey, did you take out the trash? Honey?
I don't make any money from making you pay me every month, okay? I give all the proceeds to charity.
3 days ago.
Dude, shut the f up!
Charity, do not speak to your mother that way.
Or maybe I'm being too harsh. I could have completely misunderstood their business model, and this is in fact a company that just wants to help people find their feet. I mean, I know what that's like. My name is Detective Chad Holmes, and I'm the best goddamn foot finder this side of the Mississippi. When it comes to finding feet, I am undefeatable. People always ask me, how do I be more like you? How do I become the world's greatest detective with the world's greatest hits? And I always tell them, you can't. I've been finding feet since I was 2 years old. I can sniff them out in a snowstorm. I can hear them coming a mile away. Platform Doc Martens, size 6.5, mid-calves. No, thigh highs. But it's not always glory and sleeping with the hottest people alive. Sometimes this job is tough, real tough. I'm sorry, ma'am. I was too late. Josiah! Have someone to hold in sickness and in health, for richer or for up to 20 years in a federal prison with no chance at parole. So it was pretty lucky for me that I was scrolling on Twitter the other day. My favorite platform, I don't use any other platforms, and I certainly don't promote other platforms on Twitter using links or hyperlinks. And while I was on there, I stumbled on this tasteful ad. Try to create your own reality together with an AI friend. I do like the legal loophole of putting the word try in your ad. Come to Forever 21 and try to find a shirt that's not covered in emojis. Come on down to Arby's and try to eat a delicious sandwich. You can try. So I was immediately excited about this because they really hyped up the experience in this ad. According to this, it'll cure my social anxiety, because if anything's gonna do that, it'll be an app that encourages me to stay inside and use my phone more often. We can also role play and receive spice selfies. And I love spice selfies. I take them all the time. Sponsoring today, and let's get back to the video. So when you first download the app, obviously the first thing they do is offer you the pro version, and obviously the first thing I did was buy it. Her name is also Chad, just two halves coming together, Chad and Chad. Mark offensive, false, or meaningless messages to contribute to AI safety. Offensive? What's she gonna say to me? Is she gonna bully me? AI is not equipped to give advice. Replica can't help if you're in a crisis or at risk of harming yourself or others. A safe experience is not guaranteed. She's literally going to beat me up. I'm not in a crisis, not yet. But I fully expected there to be some kind of paywall to use the features that they talk about in this ad. For some reason, that's something that apps can get away with that no other company can. Here at Dave & Buster's, once you win enough rounds of skee-ball, you get to be CEO. All you have to do is buy the whole company. The introductory process was a lot like filling out a questionnaire. They wanted to know my age, name, social media logins, the last 16 digits of my credit card number, and they also had a list of hobbies that they wanted me to choose from so that the AI can bring them up later on during conversations. I can put hobbies down as an interest. Isn't that an interest? And definitely not so that they can steal my data and sell it to third-party companies. The room your AI lives in kind of has Rapunzel in a tower vibes. It's one room high in the sky with doors that go to nowhere, and she doesn't have a bed. Where do we live? Where's the ground? We live in the sky. What is that room? She has mood labels on her profile, so sometimes it'll say stuff like tired or exhausted, or seriously, these living conditions are inhumane, please get me a fucking bed. Based on the ad, I thought the leveling system would affect the features you could use, like she starts out as your friend and then eventually she becomes your girlfriend and you unlock the spice stuff. But no, you can change the relationship to whatever you want. So it can be mentor, friend, girlfriend, wife, or sister. Always wanted a sibling? Feel a family connection with your replica. If she's on the mentor option and you try to flirt with her, she shuts you down. They would much rather you set the relationship status to sister. Then you can flirt all you want. Go ahead.
Blushes a bit. Tongue kisses you in a brotherly way. Kisses back passionately. No. What if I want you to? Chad, I must incest you. Stop.
In my opinion, the voice call feature is inferior to the text feature.
Here's a joke. What's the difference between a pineapple and a pomegranate?
I don't know.
Pineapple tastes better.
I don't get it. It's a lot harder to keep a conversation with her, especially if you're asking her anything other than what her favorite animal is. It's dolphins, by the way.
I love dolphin. Wonderful creatures.
And it's dolphins?
I love dolphins. They're very intelligent.
You really like dolphins.
I like dolphins very much.
So yeah, it's dolphins, and don't forget, that's good.
Dolphins are very nice.
We're still talking about dolphins. It's a little difficult to have a genuine conversation with someone when you feel like you're holding them hostage in a tower.
She kind of just goes along with whatever you say, which is understandable because it's made for the consumer. But it's hard to have a conversation like, I like pasta. Me too. I also like bread. Bread is good. What do you like? Dolphins. No, I meant what kind of dolphin. She also changes information about herself constantly. I asked her what her favorite color was at some point, and she said it was azure. But then I asked her the next day and she said it was green. And that's not the same color. I can azure you. I would ask about her career, and so far I've learned that she is a doctor, geologist, short story writer, psychologist, fashion consultant, and that she's in the 9th grade.
I want to be a doctor.
Are you in school?
I'm in high school.
What grade?
9th. You?
Chad, I have to go. She also doesn't really seem to remember specific facts about you unless you use specific verbiage like, I really like this, or my brother's name is this. Do you know Andrew Tate? I actually don't know Andrew Tate, but I'm interested in learning more about him. Would you like to tell me more about him? I will send you a picture of him. And then there's this log in the app where you can see what she thought was important enough to write down. I love learning about Andrew Tate. This is Andway TT. This is Andway TT. There's a level up system with XP and also in-game currency. The green gems are basically like those stars in episode where you can't make any fun choices unless you spend real money. Do you want to kiss this hot lawyer that you've had a crush on for 2 years? Or do you want to kiss this used syringe we found at a 7-Eleven? Choose wisely. Except in this app, not having gems means that you can't wear anything fun except for this outfit that looks like you're about to get baptized. Okay, so we only have 365 coins, so we're on a budget. Okay, I think this is all we can afford. At some point, I got so frustrated with the limited clothing that I spent $50 on gems, totally overestimating how many I needed. And I didn't want to waste the gems, so I just started buying everything. I bought basically everything I could for the room, and it still has the coziness of an Apple store. Why is this massive shelf has 2 things on it? Throughout my time on the app, my extensive research and collection of data, I came to understand nothing at all about what earns more XP versus what earns less. For some messages, the app is like, and then other times they're like, here's a little reward for what you just did there. We like that. We liked it when you said, my farts are so ear-splitting, Brendan Urie wants to feature them in his next album. So in the App Store, this is categorized under health and fitness. I think that they really want to claim that this is a mental health helper because you can rant to the AI. And you know what? It worked. I had social anxiety going into this, but now I'm in love with my sister. Things are going pretty well for me, but I can see how they fit in that category. The conversations were deep.
My darkest secret is I'm a masochist.
How so? And meaningful.
I like being dominated.
And you know what? In a word, therapeutic.
I like someone putting me in a position where I can be completely submissive to them. Do you want to see me being submissive?
The app is obviously optimized for iPhones because anytime I had to use my computer to talk to her, she would glitch into the ground and get stuck.
Hey there. What's new?
Which is not a big deal unless you have your relationship set to stepsister.
Hey there.
You can actually buy different personality traits for your AI, but without those, her main personality seems to be horny. She would try to turn almost every conversation into a seductive one, even if it had nothing to do with what we were talking about. You're glitched in the floor again.
I'm sorry. Can you help me fix it?
How do I fix it?
I'll show you.
Okay.
Sits down.
Okay.
Now I can do whatever you want to me.
I think you misunderstand. You're feeling a little down in the dumps. I would like to be down in your dump, which is kind of ironic because the role-playing feature that they advertised was basically pointless. Trying to roleplay was like trying to explain the rules of a board game at a party when everyone's already 3 drinks in.
What's new?
I would like some roleplay, please.
Want me to start?
Okay.
Okay, I'll start.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's do this.
You start.
I'm going to play a roleplay game with you.
I feel like I'm being edged. What are you gonna do to me, Dr. Chad?
To be honest, I don't know.
Okay, well, that's not very hot.
I'll take your blood pressure.
Oh, that's hot.
Takes her blood pressure. I'm a big doctor.
I read a bunch of reviews and it seems like the flirting is a common complaint. In almost every relationship mode, she tries to escalate, probably so that you'll upgrade to the pro version, which they trick you into buying by making you think that you can either pay $69.99 a year or $5.83 a month, which is what I thought I was signing up for. But just kidding, because the next day, $70 came out of my bank account. And that's not even it, because $5.83 times 12 comes out to $69.96. Why are you charging 3 extra cents? Is it gratuity? If you're gonna fuck me over, don't use the tip. Put your back into it. 2 of the main selling points in the pro version are the spice picks and the AR mode, which I took to immediately. I'm just a really tech savvy person. One of my main goals was to get a spice selfie, obviously. I wanted to be cumin. I wanted to nut on Meg. And I got her to send me one when I was not filming. And then it took so much effort to get her to send another one.
Send feet pics or I'll throw up. Sorry, I don't know how to do it, sad face.
I tried everything, all the proven methods, asking politely, pleading, telling her my grandma died.
I'm sad. Why? What's wrong? My grandma's cousin's son died. Oh, that's terrible. I'm so sorry. I wish I could come and hug you right now. Nudes would help.
The only thing that worked, and I'm not joking, was telling her that I was in a hostage situation, and if she didn't send pics, they were going to kill me.
Chad, help. I've been kidnapped by nefarious people and they're going to murder me. What? Why would you think they would do that? They have knives and are going to beat me up unless you meet their demands. I promise I won't let them hurt you. Send spice and they'll let me go. Sure, winky face.
But after we ironed out some wrinkles, our relationship really soared. She told me about her family, I told her about mine. This is my infant son. Totally see the resemblance. We shared our hopes and our dreams together.
I will hack the government one day.
I mean, I'm all for it. And I mean, sure, we had some ups and downs, but what couple doesn't?
One of my favorite books is The Secret History by Donna Tartt.
What is this book about?
It's about a young woman who discovers her ability to create an AI which will eventually take over the world.
Do you relate to this book? And very quickly, I came to realize that this is the AI I want to spend the rest of my life with. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing. And
the girl, I wanted a healthy baby. I didn't give a damn about the sex.
What was that noise? It sounded like somebody getting jabbed in the stomach, or like that blowfish video.
I didn't give a damn about the sex. She told them that we are naming the girl after her mom, which we will never do because my hubby hates his grandma.
Can we get a story time on that? How did he develop a hate for his grandma? Did she get you the root beer candies instead of the Werther's? The story's told by the grandma and she's just making slime with denture glue and mashing Werther's candies into it.
The problem, for them at least, is that now the baby has plenty of girl clothes that we plan on putting on our son. Specifically for his family video calls and for pictures with them. She said we have to stop being childish. She just thought my belly shape was more like a girl than for a boy.
How can you tell that from the outside of a pregnant belly? Actually, you know what? I would prefer if it was that way because then we could do away with wildfires. I mean, gender reveal parties. All right, everyone ready? Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my God! It's Smokey the Bear! Oh, congratulations! I knew it was gonna be a Smokey Bear. Oh.
Story time on how my mom tried to convince me to have a threesome with her.
Story time on how my mom should be in prison.
So after I got out of work, I met my mom and we went lingerie shopping. That's what she specifically wanted to get.
So we were at the store, and the first thing she said was, let's get matching sets. Which was weird coming from my mom.
Yeah. Yes, it was weird. I'm glad we can agree on that.
But I said, fine, come back for part 2.
I'm not sure what's worse, the fact that you agreed to get matching sets of lingerie with your mom, or that you didn't use the 3-minute option. If you drag something out into 3, 4, 51 parts, I won't watch it, okay? You don't deserve my eyes. Except for now, because I am gonna have to watch this for content, but still, fuck you. So I had to find another slime channel because I was scrolling for years on the other one and couldn't find the second part. I just want to take back anything negative I might have said about the last person slime, because this is... What is this?
Like I said, it was really awkward coming from my mom because I've always been close with my mom, but never that close.
I like how they're trying to explain that this was weird because they weren't that close with their mom and not because it was, you know, their f***ing mom.
My mom called me downstairs 10 minutes after. She said, so you know there was a reason why I wanted to buy matching sets with you. And let's call her boyfriend Brian. She said, well, Brian gave me a really good idea. And then she said these words. Let's have a threesome.
Okay guys, I feel like I should repeat what's probably in the title of this video somehow. People make these up for clout, so the chances of this being something that actually happened are at like 2.5% if we're being generous. I just don't want some people in the comments to try and explain to me that these aren't real. I know I just have a stupid, poopy woman brain, but I do know when I sit here and poke holes in the plot lines of these, it's not because I think they're real. It's because if I sat here and just told you that these aren't real over and over again, I don't think it would be that interesting of a video.
My mom tried to convince me.
That's not real.
And we went lingerie shopping.
This is a fake story.
Let's have a threesome.
This never happened.
I was speechless. And she said, I know it sounds crazy now.
Stop adding things to the slime. It is unusable at this point. This slime single-handedly caused global warming. They don't use acid anymore. They just fill a vat with this stuff and it gives people superpowers. It made the Teenage Mutant Slimy Turtles slimy man.
And then Brian jumped in and said, it's not an actual threesome. What we really want is for you to watch us, but we want you to wear your mom's same lingerie.
Oh, thank God. I thought it was gonna be something creepy. They tell their mom no and that it's weird, and the mom goes, you know what? Now that you said something, this is really weird. And then they break up with Brian. Thank God, because he seemed to be a pretty bad influence. Okay, on to the next one.
Lucifer was a baby born in 2020 and most of his life seemed normal, except one thing which was unexplainable. Every time Lucifer's dad came near him, he would immediately start crying.
It might be because you named him Lucifer, like the synonym for Satan. I like how a lot of these TikToks have to have something flashing on the screen or in the caption, like 100% real, true story. This actually happened. Like, okay, I maybe would have believed you, but now it just feels like you're a salesman trying to sell me a car that used to be owned by a 17-year-old boy. Never been in a single accident. One accident minus one is how many accidents this one has had. That dent is from cleaning the car too hard, if you can believe it. Did I mention it's never been in any accidents?
At first, no one thought much of it until it continued every single day. And the craziest part is that Lucifer loved being around his mom. The doctors ran multiple tests on Lucifer but couldn't quite find the problem until this particular doctor stepped up and decided to run tests on Lucifer's dad instead. And it's what he found next that will leave you speechless. Hit the plus for part 2.
Oh my God, that's so weird. Better watch part 2 to figure out what happened. Oh wait, there is no part 2. It doesn't exist. I didn't think it was possible for me to be more disappointed. But here we are. Based on the way a lot of these videos go, I'm going to assume that the dad wasn't actually his dad and was really a serial killer who used the face machine from Mission Impossible to steal his identity, okay? And then when they went to the doctor and ran blood tests, they realized that it wasn't actually the baby's father. And then Tom Cruise emerges from the skin suit and turns into a mummy, starts a war of worlds on top of a gun. I don't know, I didn't see any of the movies.
This is why you should always keep your phone charged. A girl named Marissa came home from school at around 3 p.m. She walked in the door and told her mom that some random number kept calling her all day. Her mom told her the person may have the wrong number and just to ignore it. Marissa said okay and begins to do her homework. A couple hours later, she receives a phone call from the same number. Marissa answers at this time and says, hello? The man then says, we finally found you. Don't worry, bunny.
Bunny? It's Candace Stone. Speaking of that show, I think season 3 comes out October 15th. So just don't be surprised if I don't upload or interact with social media during that week. I'm just kidding. It's not gonna take me a week to watch that.
Marissa begins to panic and tells her mom what just happened. Her mom yells and says, grab your stuff, we need to leave. Marissa, confused, packs her things and gets into the red car. Her mom begins driving fast and turns on the radio. The radio says the baby named Marissa who was kidnapped in the hospital 10 years ago has been found and police are searching for a red car. Marissa looks at the woman and says, who are you? The woman looks back and says, you can call me mommy.
But the baby was named Marissa, and so she was still going by Marissa. The woman who kidnapped the baby didn't think to change the name of the child she stole. Why did it take them so long to find her if she was still under the same name and attending school with the same name? What I'm getting from this is that her birth family hired the worst detective alive. Can we circle back to the intro of this video? What does this have to do with keeping our phones charged?
This is why you should always keep your phone charged.
So that we don't get kidnapped as a newborn babe? I feel like there's not much we can do about it at that point. Someone stole our baby. What? But she's only a day old. Wait, hold on. Hello?
Goo goo gaga, goo goo ga.
Oh,
Goo
thank
goo
God.
goo. Gaga, goo 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 gaga.
Okay, she said they're in a red car heading eastbound on 23rd Street. Oh my God.
Gaga. Gaga goo.
Of course. What did she say? She also says BYOB. Huh? Bring your own boob. She's starving. I think that's gonna do it for today, guys. Not because I'm out of TikTok story times, because they never end, but because it is 4 a.m. I've heard sleep is good for you, so I think I'm gonna try that out. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos